quiet down, take the link from the Facebook, send it out to all of your friends and family.
Okay, here we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 2018 BBYO Connecticut Valley Region Life Ceremony, and we will start with Adira BBG giving their lives.
Hi, my name is Caroline Podop. I'm from Adira BBG, and this is my life. First of all, I would like to thank my parents who made these past 5 years possible for me. I would like to dedicate my past to Abby Knopf. Let me just say, you impacted my life and made my BBYO experience worthwhile. From our Adira board meetings to commenting on every Facebook post super excitedly, you were the one that grew our chapter back up when it was falling apart. You always knew how to put a giant smile on my face, and I couldn't be more grateful to know such an amazing person like you. I would also like to dedicate my past to my sister Emily and Alex Frenzel. I would like to dedicate my present to Ari Gross. Ari, there are so many things that I want to say to you, but then this would go on forever. I just want to say I'm so glad you joined BBYO and we rekindled our friendship from where it left off in gymnastics. Thank you for being one of my BBYO besties and out of BBYO besties. I love you forever. And P.S., thanks for trying to set me up with Kyle. Okay. Jason Bigzer. Okay. Julia Besrikoff. Hey, Jules. Okay, so I met you at IC 2018, and ever since then, our friendship has grown to something amazing. I love you so much, and I'm going to miss you so much. Shani Katz. Best Dancer and BBYO Award goes out to you, Shani. It's always fun to break it down on the dance floor, but not only that, it's always a pleasure to be able to call you my friend. You have done amazing things this year and that are so unforgettable. I love you so much. Ness Lowe. Ness, I love you. I've told you that endless times. Our late night chats are always interesting. So glad we became close. Also super proud of our high snap streak. You are such an amazing rag, and thanks for growing BBYO and making it amazing. Sarah Rosenfeld. Hey, Sarah. Our summers at camp together to BBYO have impacted my life so greatly. You have been such an amazing friend throughout everything, and not just that, you have been an amazing leader for the Jewish community. You always knew how to make BBYO engaging and fun. Also, Eitan Gabai, Marley Gibbon, Haley Travisano, Sydney DiGiacomo, and Hannah Freed. Oh, Hannah, I'm going to miss rooming with you at conventions and definitely going to miss your Windsor Lock tradition. And last but not least, Tyler Pepe and Jen Krasansky. Don't forget Josh Cohen. Thank you all for making BBYO possible for everyone in CVR. You guys are truly amazing and work extremely hard, so thank you. CVR wouldn't be what it is today without you. You have made everything possible. I'm going to miss you. My future. I would like to dedicate my future to Lydia Klein. Lids, these next 3 years in BBYO are your most important years of your life. This is your time to make so many friends and make an impact even though you already have. You are such an amazing, you are such a strong leader, and I see you doing amazing things in the future. When I see you and Sam, I have never seen such a good sibling relationship. Even in BBYO, you guys are so amazing. You are going to grow up as a strong and independent leader, and I have so much faith that when I come back to visit, Adira is going to be stronger than when we left. I love you endlessly. I would also like to dedicate my future to Olivia Feldman, Rachel Levine, Sophie Kozak, Danny Carlson, Abby Alpert, Sam Abmeyer, Kayla Weiss, Sammy Franzman, Sammy Richer, Sammy Serlin, Ari Gadd, Sarah DeLonge. Also, everyone in the new Westport chapter, welcome. Adira BBG, my home and sisters and family, and everyone in CVR and future CVR members. I can't wait to see how CVR grows as a whole. Thank you, that is my life.
By the power vested in me by BBYO, I hereby grant you life membership in BBG.
Hey guys, I'm Sydney from Adira, and I just really hate talking in front of people, so I'm going to make this like as fast as I possibly can. I'd like to dedicate my past to the following people: To Rachel Garner, at my very first BBYO meeting, Rachel came up to me, talked to me, and welcomed me into what quickly became my BBYO family. So thanks for that, Rachel. To Nohar, I'm still really kind of scared of her, but I've learned so much from her. And as scary as she was, she knew how to keep a secret like no one else. So if you're watching this, Nohar, I miss you lots. To Abby, she was a huge influence in my BBYO career. She made me stick with BBYO when all I wanted to do was quit, and I couldn't be more grateful to her for that. If you're watching this, thank you for being my best friend and the older sister I never had, and for making my BBYO experience so unforgettable. And to everyone else in my past, you guys know who you are. Thanks for making my BBYO experience so great. I'd like to dedicate my present to Robin, Maya Sachs, Julia, Ari, Morgan, Maya, Haley, Hannah, Shayna, Dan, Evan, Mark, Josh, Eta, Jordan, Ness, Claudia, Shani, Yazzie, Andrew, Brandon, Jared, Zoe, and basically everyone else in this room. Thank you all for being some of the greatest people I've ever met. I'll miss you all so much. To all of my CLTC friends, you guys helped shape me into the person I am today. Love you all so much. To my amazing Adira ladies, thank you all for being so welcoming to me. I'm so proud of all the obstacles we overcame. And Ari, thanks for being the puppy to my dog. I'd like to dedicate my future to Lydia, Jenna, Lizzie, Saunders, Sarah, Sammy, to Allie's, Liv, Rachel, Gabby, Talia, Maddie, Tina, Kayla, and Sammy. They are some of the sweetest, most genuine girls I know. They have so much time left in BBYO, and I can't wait to see where the future takes all of them. To all of the boys of BBYO, I hope they keep doing them. Actually, maybe not. I hope they behave themselves. In case I forgot anyone else, everyone at BBYO has made an impact on my life, and I'll never forget any of you. To Jen, Tyler, and Josh, none of this would be possible without you. Thank you for everything you've done for me. And to my mom, thank you for allowing me to be part of such an amazing organization. Okay, done.
By the power vested in me by BBYO, I hereby grant you life membership in BBG.
Okay, I'm Ari from Adira, and I don't really have much of a past, but like Sneezy, she was like a really big part of it, and I really miss her. She's coming home in 33 days. Emily Kramer, she recruited me. David Weinstein, Jake Pappas, Corey Sachs, Trevor. My present is Sydney, Caroline, Haley, Hannah, Josh, Aton, Andrew. Thank you for getting me in this. Matt, Hudson, Zoe, Marley, Ryan, Ness, Sarah, Jordan, Ethan, Richard, thank you for picking me up from the train station that one time. Robin, Jack Rosenblum, Jeff Gramlich, Willie Sickley, and my best friend Julia. Thank you for always being here for me. And thank you for being the best Nissia. In my future, goes to Lydia Klein, Sam Klein, Brett, Jake Weisblatt, Liv, Rachel, Tyler. Thanks for dealing with me this whole year. I know I'm a lot sometimes. Dylan Johnson, Josh, Allie Cooper, Simon, Adam, Jan, Kayla, Sophie, John, Sam, Liam, and all my puppies and dogs. I really like them. And yeah, that's it.
By the power vested in me by BBYO, I hereby grant you life membership in BBG.
Oh, here. Hi, everyone. My name's Kaylee. Oh. Sorry. I was really excited to start. Okay, part 2. Hi, I'm Haley, and I'm from Adira BBG. First off, I would just like to say that truly BBYO has been an organization that I never thought I'd be a part of. And I'd really first off like to shout out Hannah Freed, because she's the one who actually made me come to this and forced me to go to the first meeting before fall convention. You're welcome. And ever since then, it's truly something that I've loved and never looked back. I'd like to dedicate my past to obviously Sneezy, Emily Kramer, Alex Frenzel, Abby Knopf, and Alexa Pellenberg. These ladies have truly shaped my life, and I still talk to them all on a daily basis, and I truly wouldn't be where I am without any of them. So then for my present, obviously all my girls in Adira. So
Hannah, Sydney, Ari, Caroline, and advisor Steph. These girls are truly like my home, my heart, and I truly wouldn't be where I am without them. And then for the rest of the region, Julie, Julia, Shani, Maya, Mickey, Shayna, Marley, Robin, Zoe, Brandon, Ness, Jordan, all of the Gottlieb seniors, Schumer, and basically every other senior in this room. You guys have all truly shaped my life, and I couldn't be more grateful to be friends with all of you. And yeah. For my future, I dedicate my future to Lydia, Liv, Talia, Sophia, Jillian, Alice, Jake, Josh, Allie, Maddie, Kayla, Allie, and Paul, and Marissa. And all of these people, I truly know they'll do great things in life, whether next year in BBYO or in their future, and I'm super happy for all of them. Again, BBYO has been an organization that has been amazing, and yeah.
By the power vested in me by BBYO, I hereby grant you life membership in BBG.
Oh. Yeah. Wait, this is so scary. Oh, God. I really didn't plan this at all. I didn't plan that at all. Wait, oh, hey. Okay. So I joined BBYO because my brother was in Gottlieb, and I sort of, like, we would carpool and drive him there, and then I said, hey, that's what I want to do when I'm older. And I don't really think anyone ever contacted me. I think I just, like, showed up one day, and, like, I don't really know. And I think I was in RAM. And, okay, so first I would like to dedicate my, wait, what? I would like to dedicate my pass to Jordan Rosen, because the first convention I ever went to, she just like literally took me in her arms and I just said, I want to be exactly like that when I'm older. You know, Jordan Rosen, you'll know what I mean. Alexa Pellenberg, she's my best friend. I talk to her every day. Love her so much. Sneezy, she brought so much character to this chapter. Also Barry Lipper, which is a name that hasn't been heard in this region in a while, but we started BBYO together. And she left, but our memories are something that'll always be in my heart. Randy, my best friend in the entire world, my favorite person, my boss. She's literally my mom. I go to her house all the time. Okay, so my present, Haley. She's my best friend, and the best decision I ever made was recruiting you into BBYO. Sam Klein, my best friend. We're still not dating, I promise. Sydney, Ari, Caroline, Morgan Adele, Andrew, both Zoe's, Carrie, both Maya's, Jordan, Shayna, Evan, Dan, Robin, Julia, Shani, Ness, and advisor Steph. Oh, Marissa. And Claudia. Sorry. Okay, my future. Okay, I don't really have a lot of friends that are younger than me. Sorry, couldn't think of the word. But Liv, Maddie, Sammy, Lydia, Sophia, Talia, Noah Marcus, Jake Weisblatt, and Schwa. Also, a big thank you to my mom and dad for supporting me financially and emotionally through BBYO. Oh, also a big shout out to CLTC 3 2016. Hudson, where you at? Yeah, before I went on CLTC, I was really immature, and then I came home like slightly less immature. Also, like because of CLTC, I can't hear that song. Wait, how's it go? One day without crying. Kala 2017. That was, really fun. And yeah, that's all I have to say.
By the power vested in me by BBYO.
I don't want to blow it out.
I hereby
Can I keep it lit? No.
It'll say lit mentally.
Okay.
I hereby grant you life membership in BBG.
Oh.
We will now be hearing the lives of Exodus AZA.
Got my own candle. There we go. Cool. There you go, John. Yeah, just take it. Work. Cool. All right. Hi, I'm Ryan. I'm from Exodus. I remember my first BBYO meeting when I walked in and introduced myself to the Goodall at the time, Alex Schiff. He was like, "Holy crap, you're Ryan Larry, you're Noah's brother." And I was like, "Yeah, it's cool." And then luckily my brother had a good reputation in BBYO. So that helped me, and I instantly became friends with everyone there. And then I don't really remember much about the meeting besides Max tracked and taking off his pants. But after that, the meeting went really well. I had a lot of fun with people. And then around halfway through the meeting, I heard someone shout, I heard Alex say, "Yo, your brother's here," to someone else. And I looked around and my brother was standing right there. And no one had any idea that my brother was going to be at this meeting, nor did my parents even know he was in town. And he just showed up at this meeting, and it was funny. It was both mine and my first meeting, and he was there. But yeah, and ever since that, my brother's involvement in BBYO has really shaped my BBYO journey and set my standards higher. And I can confidently say I've done everything I wanted through BBYO. While I've been involved in stuff both regionally and internationally, I stayed focused at home in Exodus. The chapters where people create the most lifelong bonds, and I think it's definitely the most important part of BBYO. With that, I'm going to go into my past. Obviously, my brother. The 2014 to 15 Exodus senior class from Robbie Dorkin, Sam Hadelman, Jeremy Bronin, Max Wiggy, Noah Kesselman. I remember going to IC with all these guys as a freshman, and it was such an amazing time, and they taught me what brotherhood and Exodus really is. The 2015-2016 Exodus senior class was also an amazing year from Jack Rumman, who's one of my best friends. He was the first president I served under as a board member, and from camping outside of the JCC to countless car rides in the Volvo and the Audi, and countless memories. Jack has been one of my best friends, and he's been a great person in BBYO for me. Sam Wasserman. Sam's also one of my biggest influences in BBYO. He's been involved in the chapter region and internationally, and he's definitely one of my biggest role models. Sam's the kind of person that'll go out of his way to make you feel happy. Sam, you're a great dude. Thank you for the countless memories in the minivan and on Courier Lane. Thank you for giving me a ride here today. Jordan Gorlick, he's one of the first people I asked when I needed BBYO advice. And Jordan Gorlick's definitely, he gave me this cardigan. He really I looked up to him, and he really, thought I was going to do amazing things in BBYO. And I really appreciate Jordan's role in my BBYO career. And thank you for the Milanos, Jordan. Last year's Exodus senior class was really stacked. We had 22 seniors, and 11 of them were here today. And now we just got these two guys, but I love them both. One of my best friends in that class is Max Tracton. I don't know really where to start with this, Jew. I can proudly say Max is one of my best friends, not only in BBYO, but in life. I just got back from visiting him and Adam Hurwitz. Shout out to Chief in Indiana this weekend. Max from the concerts, illegal Jeep rides, Bill's ice cream, Facebook fights in the CVR group, or just hanging out. We've always had an amazing friendship, and I appreciate everything done for me. Corey Sachs, Ben Carlson, Sam Heck, Dustin Gedd, and Zach Babbitts, and Ari, you guys are awesome. TBO, Simon Schaefer, you should check out his Sci-Fish EP. Max Sheps, who's climbing at West Point, Dan Zakin, Ted Weber, Dan Chodos. BBYO and Amity Baseball would not be the same without Dan Chodos. Eric Duell, who's spending a year in Israel right now. And then also some shout outs to some regional friends, Louis Shanker. This dude is crazy. I love chilling with you whenever you're in town or whenever I go to Longmeadow. To the Burnt Jews, to the X-Men, and then also Pappas, Gabe, Zaki, David, and Nohar. Jordan Emmerich, Jason, Haley Dresner, Jake Heffler, Ronnie Levitt, Abby, and yeah. For my president, I just want to thank some BBYO staff members who helped me out through my journey. Obviously, the advisors, Brian, Ethan, and even Josh. Dave Klein, definitely Dave Klein. BBYO would not be the same without advisors. Neslo. Ness, you had to put up with me with a lot this year. I'm not going to apologize for it. Just going to recognize it. You've been an amazing rag, and you're going to do great things in the future. Josh also. I got roomed with Josh my freshman year at IC, and when I found out I was rooming with someone from Levitt, I was pissed that BBYO would put an Exodus member and a Levitt member in the same room. But it was great. We had a great IC, and then the next year IC, we were both randomly put together again. And then so for our last IC, we were like, we should definitely request each other. So we did, and then we didn't end up getting a room together. But we made things happen, and we figured it out. So yeah, love you, Josh. Shout out to Zach Katz, Evan O'Keefe, Ari Haley, Sydney, Dan, Mickey, Jordan Bellin, Aton, Matt, Schumer, Jason Bangs, or is he here yet? Hi, you guys. Matt McGregor, I love Matt. For my future, I first wanted to dedicate it out to Westport BBYO and Cheshire BBYO. Paul Sandberg, Maddie Rosenberg, Ali Grumman, and all of SDA. And for my home, my heart, Exodus AZA 1372. In Exodus, we have tradition where every 2 years, the cardigan that I'm wearing tonight is given away to an up-and-coming junior. This cardigan has been in my chapter for many, many years. It's been handed off from Jordan Gorlick, I think Schiff, Schlossberg, I think. The many amazing of our past brothers have gotten this cardigan. And I was honored to have it for the past 2 years, and I'm excited to give it to Adam Ginsberg next year. Adam Ginsberg, or just like me, Adam had a brother that comes from the golden years of Exodus. As Adam's brother served on a chapter board and also as regional Godol throughout his years, alongside people like Brian and Michael Zahn, Tyler Pepe, and of course my brother. If it wasn't for Adam's family, Exodus and even the entire region wouldn't be where it is today. I'm sure people, because of Adam's past, people have high expectations for Adam, and he definitely pulled through with all of them. In the last month, we recruited 8 members. Adam's been my right-hand man this entire year, and I couldn't have done this year without him. So wear this cardigan with pride, bring it to COTC 6, and then pass it on in 2 years to someone who's as deserving as you. Everyone else in Exodus, you guys are all the reason I do what I do. You guys made me so proud this year. Simon Flaherty, John Schachter, Ira, Ariel, Sam Sachs, Ari Gad, to the free freshmen we brought to IC, Danny, Jacob, and Evan. Danny, you're so like your brother and not like him at the same time. You're so funny. I'm glad you got involved this year so much. Matt Afrazan, Jerome Gideon, John Levitt, Joe Weber, Jacob Levy. And lastly, for my future, I would like to dedicate it off career-wise to Tyler Pepe. Tyler has, before I even joined BBYO, I've heard countless memories of Tyler through my brother. And then I've seen Tyler as a chapter advisor, as an associate regional director, and now regional director. Tyler, we have countless memories from just late nights at convention to just hanging out in the JCC or the diner or something. And you've been at home in Exodus a lot, and even doing great stuff in the region. We got something written here. 1 second. Ty, I know just like Ness, I got in a lot of arguments with you this year. I just want to let you know, I'm sure you're ready for me to graduate, but just want to let you know I do it because I have a passion for BBYO and Exodus. It's nothing against you. But I also want you to know BBYO is a team-led organization. So when making your decisions in the future, just think back when you were Olive, just like everyone sitting here today. I love you all.
By the power vested in me by BBYO, I hereby grant you life membership in AZA. We will now be hearing the lives of Gottlieb AZA.
So I am Aleph Evan O'Keefe from Gottlieb AZA, and unlike probably these two guys, I never got the classic Ben Ball text saying, like, probably at least once a week, but like everyone else got it except for me. Only because my last name's O'Keefe. Didn't think I was Jewish. Yeah, but I am. So I kind of, like Hannah said, I just showed up one day and it was like a Gottlieb basketball meeting. It was just a chill event, and I fell in love with like the guys there. They became my brothers like in an instant, and pretty much that's kind of how my whole BYO experience has been. Just getting thrown into experiences and meeting some of the best people. 2 years ago, I was in a random IC group chat with people from all over the United States. It's like people from like Gart and Jess from Colorado, Julia Tresh from Atlanta, Alex Torch in California, and Sam Shane from Texas. And the past 2 years, after the initial IC, I've like met up with them every year, and it's just been a great time. They actually, when I was in Colorado, they picked me up and drove me an hour and a half. That just shows you like how good friends you can make with just something as random as being put into a group chat. And other friends within CVR, like Haley Travisano, I forced her to take me to Cotillion. I just texted her one day, asking if she had a date, and she said no. So I said, okay, perfect, now you do. Yeah. So I want to dedicate my pass to a bunch of guys from Gottlieb, Joe Warren and Dan Mizrahi, David Bakash, Neil Mintz, Ben Ball, Trevor Feltman, Jake Pappas, Gabe Mansour, and then some Exodus boys, TBO, Dan Zakin, Simone, Max Tracton, and then just my IC roommates who have been like some of the best people ever, Alex Zan, Zach Sachs, Fui, and then for my present, my boys in Gottlieb right here. I got Dan Wolfeiler and Andrew Weinstein, Jake Newland, Kid's a Savage. You guys can be my present too. Hi. Zaki, he doesn't really show up to stuff, but I can't blame him for that. Love him anyways. Then around CVR, Ness, Josh Appel, Guido, Matt Schumer, what a guy. And then the Sexy Six, besides Dan, I already shouted them out. So Brandon Goodman, Zoe Butchin, the other Zoe. So my Barbier, Julia Hyman, and then for my future, I want to shout out Wayla Kais, Sam Sachs, Liam Feltman, Noah Marcus. No, you're a G. I don't know if you're watching this, but I love you, man. Sam Klein and Schwa. Stay smart. And, yeah, that's all I got.
By the power vested in me by BBYO, I hereby grant you life membership in AZA.
Hi, I'm Andrew Weinstein, and I'm from Gottlieb AZA. So I'd like to start off by dedicating my past to Joe Warren. He brought this chapter back up from almost nothing. And Ben Ball. Unlike Evan, I did get the classic Ben Ball text. It was probably about an essay length of why I should go, what the meeting was, and I honestly had no clue like what it was. I'd also like to dedicate it to Jack Weiss, Neil Mintz, Elliot Eisenberg for being the greatest Sagan ever, and Jared Sales. I love Jared. I have his squid hat upstairs. I also dedicated to Maddie Weinstein because she was from Trumbull and she got me involved a lot. And my Gottlieb boys, Jake Pappas, Trevor, Matt Jessen. I love you guys. Also, I'd like to dedicate it to Lewis Schenker. Shout out Kala. TBO, Simon Schaefer, Jake Sadinsky, and also Lou Zuckerman and my uncle. Both were in Gottlieb, which is another thing that got me to join. For my present, I dedicate it to Josh Appel. He lives like 35 minutes away, and I visit him probably once a month at minimum. Ari, Sydney, Eitan, my boys from Gottlieb, Dan, Evan, Jake Newland. I also dedicated to Matt McGregor because he was my IC roommate at a suite we had. It was sick. I also dedicated to Julie Arnowitz and Julia Delange. I get you two confused all the time, even though I've known you for like 3 years and I still call you by the wrong names. I also dedicate it to my IC group chat that I was also in with Evan. I met all the same people. It was awesome. I dedicate it to all my friends from around the region, Hannah, Matt Schumer, Aaron Pataccio, Hudson Price, Maya Barbieri, Ben Cohen, Brandon Goodman. He was my IC roommate this year. Maya Sachs, Mickey Glazer. I also dedicate it to Tyler Pepe because way back, like when Tyler took me to a NOPO meeting, and I learned all about his girl life, and he like, I forget what happened, but there was a girl in his life at the time. I also dedicate it to Willie Stickley. I went to CLTC with him, and he's honestly one of my best CLTC friends. Like, I don't know. And for my future, I dedicate it to Caroline Podab because we're spending the next 4 years at college together. Brandon Travisano, even though he's just starting to come to, that's your brother, yeah. He's coming to a convention. I'm really happy. Liam Feltman, love you. Nathan Zakem, Lydia, Sam Klein, love Sam, but he's not the smartest kid ever. Jake Weisblatt, Oren Gabai, Noah Marcus, Brian Stracula. I hope I pronounced his last name wrong. I mean, right. I think I pronounced it wrong. Ethan Rodier, Jake Weisblatt, Little Patashnik. I don't know you that well, but like I like your brother a lot. Kayla Weiss, Alice Manning, Paul, and all my younger friends from COTC 4, including Sophie Karasik. I talk to her like every day. Also, I dedicate it to Gottlieb AZA, just the future of Gottlieb. It's great, as long as they're smart. And also the future of Adira. You guys also have to behave. Like, all right, that's all.
By the power vested in me by BBYO, I hereby grant you life membership in EZA.
What's up, guys? I'm Dan. I'm also from Gottlieb. Oh. So, like I was saying, back in the 8th grade, I joined right around the time of Andrew. And I remember my first meeting in Rodef Shalom. It was the Chocolate Seder. And the boys not about to meet quorum for the upcoming election. So they were trying to get me, the little 8th grader, to sign up for membership as quick as they could so that I could vote at their election like 2 weeks later. And of course, I had no idea who anyone was in the chapter. But I had a great time. I was introduced to everyone and made some awesome friends just that night. So for my past, I want to start with Neil Mintz. Neil's probably one of my biggest role models. Neil, I hope you're watching right now. You've taught me so much. Thanks for showing me around at Wash U and showing me a good time and just having fun every time you come home, getting ice cream with you and the boys. Shout out to Ben Ball, Joe Warren, David Bakash, Elliot, Jared Sales. You guys were some of my best older brothers in the chapter. Had some great times. Also Jake Pappas, Trevor Feltman, Gabe Mansour, Jack Weiss, and Dan Mizrahi way back when. And also a special shout out to Jenny Kramer. I'll be going to college with you next year, so I'm excited for that. For the present, I want to start with the boys of Gottlieb. My boys on my left and right, Andrew and Evan, also Newland and Nazaki. Huge shout out to Zoe Butchin over there. I hope your boyfriend's not watching, but we're probably going to get married in like 15 years, I would say. So shout out. We'll look back on this, tell the kids one day, you know. Shout out to Maya Barbieri, Julia Hyman, Brandon Goodman. You guys are my homies. Maya Sachs, Yazzie, Sydney, Maxine, Shayna, Zoe Cohen, Haley and Hannah, day one. Back in, Haley from preschool, Hannah. Oh, all right, you went. Oh. Okay, fair enough. Hudson, Josh, Guido, Morgan, just everyone I've been surrounded by, making my experience great. For my future, Talia Weintraub, Kayla Weiss, Sam Sachs, keep making your jerky, dude. It's amazing. Josh Pinsky, and then the boys of Gottlieb, like Schwa, Sam Klein, Rodier, Liam, Weissblatt, Ryan, Noah Marcus. You guys are going to do great. I really hope to come home every year and see that Gottlieb is still thriving. Just stay out of trouble and, bring this chapter to greatness. And, of course, Big Lou, you really guided me throughout these past 4 years. So thank you for all of that. And finally, to my parents who have supported me through all of this, thank you very much. That's it.
By the power vested in me by BBYO, I hereby grant you life membership in AZA. We will now be hearing the live of Greenwich BBYO.
Hello. Oh, sorry. No. All right. Okay. Hi, I'm Julia Levine, and I'm from Greenwich BBYO. It was an average day of junior year at Blindbrook High School, and I walked into gym class to play cornhole. I go to gather the beanbags, and I hear the door open, hear someone running through screeching, "Julia!" I turn around, and it's none other than Zoe Louise Cohen. "You must join BBYO." I looked at her in disbelief and said, 1, I don't even know what BBYO is, and 2, I'm too busy to sign up now. Biggest mistake of my life. That day, Zoe put a reminder in her phone to ensure that I came to chapter kickoff, and that I did. When I walked into Temple Shalom that warm September day, I knew I had found a place where I could be myself. Everyone was so welcoming and open to be my friend. Before this, I had never been in any sort of environment where people wanted to get to know me and made an effort to include me. I had a rough time transitioning into high school and made the mistake of thinking people were my quote-unquote friends. I battled my inner demons alone, keeping it all in my head, and ended up doing more hurt than good. Throughout high school, I had felt like I had nowhere I could express myself and be the person I want to be. I felt lonely no matter how many people I had around me. There wasn't a day that went by where I hoped and dreamed of finding a group of people to accept me for who I am and make me feel like I mattered. And I'm happy to say that I finally have. All the people I've had a chance to become close with this year have helped me turn my life around and become a more confident and better person overall. I am so fortunate to have been through so many amazing, funny, life-changing, and memorable experiences that I will take with me for the rest of my life. From being program coordinator at Fall Convention and running the Mario Kart program, to getting in trouble at IC with my best friend and winning Regional Sweetheart. The one thing that makes BBYO so special to me is all the people. The friends I have made on the chapter, regional, and international levels have become some of my best friends, and I honestly don't know how I made it 17 years without them. I never thought I would find people who were just as crazy as I am, and I'm so glad I did. I can't imagine another day going by without FaceTiming one of them or going to some obscure place in Connecticut to meet up with them. It feels as if I've known my BBYO friends for as long as I can remember, when in reality it's only been 7 months. Perhaps the most amazing thing about BBYO is that you can be who you want to be and no one will judge you. And that's something I want to pass on to the future of BBYO. BBYO is an inclusive place where no one will dull your sparkle, where you can feel free to express yourself in a safe environment. I know I had a hard time in high school because I didn't know such a place existed, and now I do. And with the limited time I've had at BBYO, I've used it to my advantage to make all the amazing friends I have and become the woman I've become today. So please, be yourself, show the world who you really are, and never ever let anyone stop you. I'm super sad-faced that I don't have a past to dedicate to anyone, but I have quite a large present. I'd like to dedicate my present to Jordan Bell and Ethan Richard, Ness Lowe, Shanique Katz, Zoe Cohen, my two first BBYO friends outside my chapter, Josh Appel and Julia Arnowitz, my bunkie Sydney DiGiacomo, my Wanda Haley Travisano, Eitan Gabai, Robin Krashik, Maya Sachs, Jake Miller, Matt Schumer, Mickey Glazier, the OG man with a plan, Matt Hochberg, and lastly, my best friend, my partner in crime, my peanut therapist, the wizard to my hobbit, Ari Gross. Now, I'm really dedicating my future to all of you. However, I've chosen 9 people to officially give life to because that's how much of an impact they had on me. Zach Katay, my bone. My man, Adam Ginsberg, the best prom date in the world and the person I always vent to, Paul Sandberg. Josh Pinsky, Timmy Turner, one of the third of the triangle and Pops, Jake Steinberg, the girl who wears too many tampons, Kate Ochoa, my enchilada nugget, Lydia Klein, the silliest poncho-wearing goose, whose mom I may or may not love more than her, Allie Cooper, hashtag never forget, and last but not least, my cousin who still likes to steal my socks, Rachel Levine, and Marissa Young, and hopefully Josh Appel. I can't wait for a great time at Cornell. BBYO, thank you for everything and more. Julia Levine signing off.
By the power vested in me by BBYO, I hereby grant you life membership in BBG.
Hi, I'm Jordan from Greenwich BBYO. I'd like to dedicate my past to Zoe Cohen, even though she's also my present, especially because she made me go to make cookies in a jar, even though I wanted to stay home, and I spilled my chocolate chips. This was also my first meeting of my first chapter of 3 chapters. I'd also like to dedicate my past to Jason Schoen, David Steinberg, Emily Kramer, Jake Sidinsky, and Yoni Nadeem. Before I continue, I'd just like to say there are too many names, so don't feel offended if I don't say you. I'd like to dedicate my present to Ness Lowe, Ethan Richard, Shanique Katz, Julia Levine, Robin Karashik, my marriage partner that I'll probably marry at 30. We made a deal, it's okay. Julia Arnowitz, Haley Travisano, even though she spilled water on me before. Hannah Freed, Ariana Gross, Sydney Paige DiGiacomo, Sarah Rosenfeld, Ryan Lurie, Josh Appel, Andrew Weinstein, and the entire senior class. Now I'd like to dedicate my future to Sadie Kriegler, Kate Ochoa, Colette Cooper, Tommy Schwartz, Tommy Chasen, Paul Sandberg, Maddie Rosenberg, Kayla Weiss, my Havdalah Co, Josh Pinsky, Allie Cooper, Rachel Levine, Shira Mann, Lydia Klein, Lizzie Cohen, and also the rest of the non-seniors. Thank you everyone for changing my life for the better. And shout out to D. Hoff's Treehouse, including thunderstorms, djembes, and rope sandals.
By the power vested in me by BBYO, I hereby grant you life membership in EZA.
Okay. Hello, my name is Zoe Cohen and I'm from Greenwich BBYO. Wow, 5 years of BBYO. I can't believe I'm at that point where it really is the end. BBYO allowed me to live the life I wanted to lead. Living in a small town is restrictive and my personality makes me want to branch out and meet new people. Growing up with the same 120 or so people is pretty boring, honestly. BBYO gave me brothers and sisters that weren't boring, that weren't restrictive. They were and still are the most accepting people I've ever met. My first experience of BBYO was the kickoff barbecue at Temple Shalom hosted by our very own Rob David. I walked in only knowing him, and then I locked eyes with the 2 girls I knew I could call my sisters for life, Shanique Katz and Gaia Sarfati. Gaia moved back to Israel, but I hope she's watching this because I miss her. Shanique Katz and Gaia Sarfati were hanging out by the door leading outside to the barbecue, and I came up to them and asked, "Where's the cheese for the burgers?" Because obviously Zoe Cohen isn't without cheeseburgers. Then I learned you can't have that in a temple. Because of my silly mistake, there was an instant connection between the 3 of us. Boom. Since then, we were the trio. From Northwestern to Israel to Buffalo, we'll all still be connected. Going to chapter events, regional events, and even international events changed my life. Weekends I will absolutely never forget. Trips I will absolutely never forget. My life revolves around availability to get to Zoolander on time or now Stomp It Out, and packing for convention 2 weeks in advance to make sure I packed everything that I could possibly need in any situation at all. Tuesday nights are forever and always going to be my BBYO nights. I dedicate my past to Rob David, Jamie Epstein, Jason Schoen, Natalie Lillian, Sylvia Probst, Jacob Sadinsky, and Steph Hausman for bringing so much joy to my life as role models and leaders. Thank you so much. I dedicate my present to Shanique Katz, Guy Sarfati, Julia Levine, Jordan Bellin, Ethan Richard, Ness Lowe, Morgan Nadell, Maya Sachs, Aaron Potashnik, Eitan Gabai, Josh Appel, Haley Travisano, Robin Karashik, Reese Ochoa, Maya Barbieri, Ari Gross, Carrie Broder, Marley Dubin, Julia Bezrikov, Haley Eichner, Shayna Goldblatt, Jason Bangser, Hannah Freed, Dan Wolfeiler, Julie DeLange, Ben Cohen, basically my brother, Hannah Vine, Katie Jones, Alex Sabin, and her boyfriend, Ryan Collin, because of BBYO, snaps for that, Brandon Goodman, Maxine Squinto, Sydney Lester, Hudson Price, Emily Kesselman, Natalie Felton, Jarrett Chase, Andrew Weinstein. By the way, I was the first one to give him an email at our first fall convention, taking pride for that. Evan O'Keefe, and more from the CVR class of 2018. To all my international brothers and sisters, I dedicate my present to you too. Finally, I dedicate my future to my baby juniors, sophomores, freshmen, and 8th graders. To my juniors, Maddie Rosenberg, Gabby Nussbaum, John Schachter, Paul Sandberg, Allie Grubman, Ray Gutchin, Sam Klein, Talia Weintraub, Alice Manning, Brett Lubliner, Sammy Franzman, Colette Cooper, Tommy Schwartz, Jillian Stone, Lauren Davis, Glenn Babsky, and more. To my sophomores, Josh Pinsky, Sandra Safran, Sarah Milner, Lizzie Cohen, Simon Flaherty, Liam Feltman, Ali Steigletter, I can't say it, Kate Ochoa, Sadie Kriegler, Abby Alpert, Eitan Ehrlich, Sam Sachs, Will Rome, Sam Abmeyer, Ari Gadd, Oren Gabai, Dina Solomon, Matt Tamas, my second recruit of this year. That's pretty great. Leah Jackson, Alex Letterman, Kobe Knoll, Vera Beznos, and more. And finally, my freshies. Rachel Levine, Jan Kalinowski, we know you're the age of a sophomore. It's okay. Katie Schatz, Elliot Greenbaum, Luana Kalisman, Lydia Klein, and more. Also, I want to thank my mom for bringing up the fact that when you're a Temple Shalom member and you had your bat mitzvah there, you get $75 for full year membership, for full high school membership instead of $150. So that was pretty good too. I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to be with all my people. Thank you for a great 5 years.
By the power vested in me by BBYO, I hereby grant you life membership in BBG. We will now be hearing the lives of Leviticus AZA.
Hi, I'm Josh Greenberg of Leviticus AZA. It's a little bit ironic that I'm giving regional life as the last convention that I attended was IC 2016, so it's been like 2 years. But I'm here today and it feels good. So yeah, and I kind of want my life, to be, or what I'm giving life, not my actual life, but to be kind of like, it's sad because it's an end to my time in BBYO, but it's good because I feel like I'm gonna have a lot of fun at this convention and I can't wait for the weekend. Eitan to my right, he's been one of my best friends since preschool, and I have him up here because he represents the fact that you always have some support from your friends in BBYO. And Danny over here, Danny actually introduced himself to me an hour ago, and I have him up here because I feel that he's a good example of the fact that wherever you go, you'll always have new people to meet, which is all that BBYO is about. I dedicate my past, I'm going to get right into this. I dedicate my past to Andrew Young, Ian Handler, Jed Bergman, Justin Wexler, Richie Greenbaum, Brandon Hoke, Jacob Appel, Josh Frazier, Jake Lavery, and Jake Sadinsky. I'm definitely missing some people, but these are all basically a lot of the older members that got me involved and made my BBYO experience fun and enjoyable. I dedicate my present to all of my senior friends and everyone here, and Marissa Young. Let's have an amazing convention this weekend, and lastly, my future I dedicate to the Levitt underclassmen. I don't know what I was going to say there, but and all future BBYO members in CVR.
By the power vested in me by BBYO, I hereby grant life membership in AZA.
Alrighty, I am Hudson Price of Leviticus AZA 2387. Moose, first off. So I'm going to begin with the words that started it all for me in my chapter. Levitt set the example. That has been words to live by for the past 4 years for me. The man who started that phrase, to my knowledge at least, is Josh Frazier. So major shout out to him. He was my Gadol freshman year. Next came AY, another huge influence for me. He was the one who got me into BBYO. I've been here for a long time, and I really thank him for getting me here. Just a bunch of other guys who really made an impact on my BBYO career. Jake Lavery, Richie Greenbaum, Zach Radin. I really appreciate the guidance you've given me over the past 4 years, all the way back in freshman Spanish. Justin Wexler, Ian Handler, Jed Bergman, Brandon Hoke, Noah Zussman, Max Katay, Ryan Moraes, that's for you. Jason Schoen, David Cohen, Dylan Lander, my guys from CLTC3, 2016, Nick Brolball, Alex Murphy, Gavin, Jackson, Dotan, Max, Rhett, and Zev. Between my past and my present, I'm just going to share a really, really quick story. So my dad would always tell me when I was young, practice, practice, practice. That was his version of practice makes perfect. And I've been practicing a lot of things, including, sports and BBYO and getting better as a person in life. But major thank you to my parents. And that phrase, practice, 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 it has really guided me through life so far, and I hope to continue to live by those words. So for my present, I'm going to start with these two gentlemen to my right and left, respectively, Matthew Schumer and Amber Tashnik. I feel like you've really made my BBYO career whole, and I really, really just appreciate you guys being with me for the ride. Thank you. I'm pretty sure it's not your turn to speak. Yeah. Shouts out to, for present, Marissa, Claudia, Shayna, Haley, Ari, Robin, Evan, Ryan, Andrew, Jason Bangser, Jordan, Julia Levine, Julia, don't know how to pronounce your last name, but I'm looking right at you, so it's okay. Zoe Cohen, Dan Wolf, I know that's not your full name. Aaron, I already said you, okay. Josh Appel, Sam, Danny Aton, Dave Lang, Eddie Weinstein, Gabe DeGubian, my girl Emily, Tikva, the whole chapter, Josh Pillman, David Giver, David Klein, all three of you, thank you very much. I'm going to dedicate my future to the few guys from CLTC3 who are elected to regional board and I board. Ari Dittel is the new rag for his region, Aiden Jacoby and Liam McLean on iBoard as well. Congratulations to you guys. I'm very happy for you. Also for future, Paul Sandberg, Alice Manning, Josh Pinsky, Jake Kobu, Brett Zakate, Ethan Moskowitz, Andrew Podashnik, Jacob Hers, Sam Diamond, Will Gordon. All of you guys have a lot to look forward to with whether it's next year, the next 2 years, the next 3 years. Great things from all of you, I'm sure, as Jake Lavery told me back my freshman year. So my ending quote is going to be from a popular t-shirt slogan. Life is good.
That's $2.
By the power vested in me by BBYO, I hereby grant you life membership in AZA. We will now be hearing the lives of Nadav BBYO.
Hey guys, I'm Julia Bazuko. I'm from Nadav BBYO, and this is my life. So I would say I joined BBYO in a pretty interesting way. I've told this story many times, so here it is another time. I was on vacation in Dominican Republic during Thanksgiving. I was recruited by a family friend, and some of you may remember her as Shelly Silver. Shelly came up to me at the beach one day and asked me to join a club called BBYO. She explained what it was to me, and I still had no clue what she was talking about. After we got back home from Dominican, Shelly texted me and asked me to come up to their next meeting. I was super hesitant and didn't want to go because I was a pretty shy person. My parents ended up convincing me to go and try it out, so I did just that. I came to the meeting and didn't know anyone but Shelly. Even though I didn't know anyone, people were introducing themselves to me and making me feel welcome at my first meeting. From that point forward, I always felt like BBYO had something to offer me and was a place where I knew I could make lifelong friends and incredible memories. So thanks to my parents and Shelly. I'd like to dedicate my pass to you and thank you for continuing to bother me during and after vacation to come to a meeting. I'd also like to dedicate my pass to Sammy Polinsky, Zach Alter, Ethan Burstein, Paul Zleichner, Mel Silman, Ian Frank, Molly Schwartz, Jess Silman, Jordan Emmerich, Haley Dresner, David Cohen, David Weinstein, Noah SP, Noah Keegan, Ryan Silvers, Hallie Portman, Abby Chernick, Emily Bobruff, Izzy Korosh, Leah Ginsberg, Sam Wasserman, Jody Titleman, Rachel Pinsky, and my first advisors, Ben and Gabby. Thank you to all, because without you, I wouldn't be in the place I am today in BBYO. I'd like to dedicate my present to Sarah Rosenfeld, Evan O'Keefe, Mickey Glazier, Caroline Podob, Maya Sachs, Hudson Price, Ryan Lurie, Shani Katz, Ness Lowe, Yazzie Goodman, Brandon Goodman, Julia Arnowitz, Haley Travisano, Annie McCaffrey, Shayla Goldberg, Zoe Butchin, Morgan Nadell, Carrie Broder, Zoe Cohen, and finally Nadav's advisors, Eli, Maddie, and Evan. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'm so happy I got to know you guys. From IC to CVR conventions to super fun chapter meetings, I cherish all the memories I have created with all of you. Special shout out to Josh Cohen, Tyler, and Jen. I dedicate my present to you guys because you've helped out Nadav in so many ways, and I'm so thankful for everything you've done and everything you do to make my chapter the best it can be. Finally, I'd like to dedicate my future to Sophie Tolchinsky, Leah Jackson, Lily Afferson, Ruby Eisler, Shayna Leibowitz, Dara Sadinsky, Jess Mason, Jess Zweifler, Jess Berman, Allie Finman, Sadie Margolis, Sari Eisen, Ruth Nowie, June Laub, Katana Park, Mira Goldstein, Julia Silman, Isabel Brown, Misha Goldstein, Alex Letterman, Marley Knoll, Sophie Kozak, Liam Feltman, Kayla Weiss, Alice Manning, Paul Sandberg, Jillian Stone, Jared Linder, Max Kirshen, Marissa Lazinsk, Josh Pinsky, and my amazing board members, Jake Steinberg, Kobe Knoll, Abby Asia, Eitan Ehrlich, Zach Sobel-Pressman, Sam Smith-Rappaport, and Tolly Rachelson. You've all shown me that you have the potential to be leaders, and I absolutely can't wait to see what you're all going to do in the future. I'd like to dedicate my future also to my mini-me munchkin of a sister, because I'm sure she'll be doing big things for BBYO in coming years.
By the power vested in me by BBYO, I hereby grant you life membership in BBG. We will now be hearing the lives of Noah Posner, BBYO.
All right, I'm not gonna hold this right now. Can I not? I want to hold an open flame. My name is Matthew Schumer. I started BBYO because my mother made me go to a meeting, and it wasn't that great, but I decided to see it through. And here at my last convention, I'd say it was very, very lit. My pass, I'm going to dedicate to Tyler Pepe, because he is Tyler Pepe. Louis Shanker, who taught me the importance of the date 420. Max Tracton. I sent a lingerie coupon to your mom once. That was cool. And if you don't know why, don't ask. Jason Schoen, he's a chill dude. And I'm gonna dedicate my present to Shayna and Hudson because they wouldn't come up if I didn't mention their names explicitly. Ron Hassan, I will see you at the next Brockhampton concert. Scott Gronkowski, who still needs to let me know what the deal with HQ is. And I'm just going to say there's a lot of people in CVR who are hoping to hear a personal shout out. But for the sake of time and excess sentiment, I'm going to let everyone know that you have all played important roles in my years in BBYO, especially you, Paul. I'm going to say that one guy because that's one. My future is going to be dedicated to Jacob Schumer. Carry the legacy of the namesake, please. And Bob from Southwest. To many future happy flights. And that's it.
By the power vested in me by BBYO, I hereby grant you life membership in AZA.
What kind?
We will now be hearing the live of Ridgefield BBYO.
This is so intense. I've been whispering this whole time, so it's like really weird to actually speak at a normal volume. All right, hey everybody, I'm Zoe Butchin. I'm from Ridgefield BBYO, formerly known for the girls at least as Sababa. Forever remember that name. So lots to say. So I was never recruited to BBYO officially. My brother was in it, and it was just kind of expected that I join. Never got a phone call, never got a text. I just kind of signed up. So that was fun. So it's kind of a miracle that I'm here, because really there weren't like any specific older members that like started from the beginning. So anyway, I'm just gonna go through like a couple key memories from each year. So 8th grade, I remember seeing all of the people on regional board, like Emmy Goodman, Talia Wesley, Emmy Herbsman, who's actually a really close family friend of mine. And I remember saying to myself, I want to be just like them someday. And given I never was on regional board, but it was still something that I really looked up to. And I was that shy, awkward kid, and they definitely don't know who I am, but I certainly knew who they were. So I went to my first spring convention. I roomed with Carrie here. Oh, by the way, this is like a joint life because Carrie didn't want to speak, but we have the same memories, same stuff, like we're the same person. So we roomed, and then Morgan Held and Shelby Dubin. So shout out to her. And my brother was there. That was the only regional event he would let me go to all year. And I remember that. The best part of that was we got stuck in the handicapped room. So the whole time we were wondering why our beds were so low to the ground.
So that was pretty funny. That night, the night of the dance, I remember witnessing Jenny Kramer's first kiss. That was the funniest thing in the world. Shout out, Jenny. Yeah. Then in 9th grade, I remember sitting in regional inductions, having that really meaningful moment. It was the one where we had to take a picture of ourselves and post it on a wall without any makeup or anything. And I remember sitting next to Maya Sachs. I don't know if she remembers this or not, but she was talking so loudly. And that was the first time we ever met. And I was like, wow, this girl's just so loud and outgoing. Like, she really needs to be quiet, but like, she's so funny. So, love you, girl. I also remember my very first IC freshman year. I went to go speak because of Marathon Madness, and that was something that like I had helped the International Order start. And thank God for Emily Leibowitz, because she took me under her wing for the entire International Convention dance. And as you all probably know, it's very overwhelming, especially as a freshman. Very scary, but I was attached at the hip. The two of us were attached at the hip, and thank God for her. She's been one of the most inspiring people for me. I still talk to her. I love her. Yeah. Then in 10th grade, that was probably my most transformative year in BBYO. So I showed up to my first meeting. Well, not my first meeting, but the first meeting of the year. It was right before fall convention. And here were these three girls, Sydney DiGiacomo, Izzy Began, and Morgan Nadell. And I had no idea who they were. But a little bit later that night, our advisor, Amanda Saperstein, said, all right, Zoe, like, who do you want to room with during fall convention? And I was like, those three girls that showed up tonight seemed really nice. Like, maybe I should room with them. So I did. And we showed up to fall convention. Sydney and I were the first ones there. And we literally just sat on the bed laughing for like an hour about who knows what. Like, I really don't remember, but I just remember being in tears. And then shortly after, Morgan and Izzy both came. And if any of you know the song, like Barumpa Bum Bum, I thought that it said Barack Obama for some reason. So like that was our joke for the entire weekend. And that's pretty much the reason why we became friends. And then because of Morgan, I became friends with Dan, my future husband. Love him. You're right over there. Just kidding. And then Evan, who stole all my chicken nuggets at the beach one time. Not a shout out moment, dude. And then let's see what else. Rachel Blyden came to only like 2 events all year, but we love her dearly. Our little Sababa squad, me, Carrie, Izzy, Morgan, Rachel, and Jenny Kramer. We all got to dinner for each other's birthdays, and it's a really fun time, and I hope to continue that tradition for years. That year, I also recruited Jillian Stone. She's literally the cutest person I've ever met in my life. Jillian, I hope you're watching this. Yellow is also one of the reasons why we're such close friends. I think we're the only 2 people on the planet who love the color yellow. So, yeah. And then 12th grade. Oh my God, I forgot such a big moment. All right, so 10th grade, I'm sitting at the on stage at fall convention. yeah. All right. So it's during the Spirit Convention, and I'm sitting there, full gear, like Sababa spirit, everything. And I'm sitting on the ground playing this tambourine. And everybody's like, all right, scooch over, like scooch to the middle. So I scooch. My pants like literally ripped down the butt. And it was terrible. So here I was like on stage in front of 300 people that I did not know. My pants were like all ripped. And so I get up, I'm trying to hide myself. And I was like, guys, I don't know what to do. So I take the banner and I just wrap it around myself. So here I am just with like a banner, and I run upstairs. Oh, it was terrible. Carrie didn't even know that it happened. She was like, where'd you go? Oh, it was terrible. All right, and then 12th grade, I think the highlight of this year was definitely when Scott Rogaski licked Morgan's ice cream at Universal. It was so funny. And oh my God, Jillian just texted me. Hi, Jill, I love you. So yeah, overall, this was just, BBYO was obviously an amazing experience, and I'm so grateful for all the people and memories. I have tons of t-shirts. I don't have any specific ones, but if you have ones that you want from me, just take any. So I'll just read off all the names now. So my past, my brother Cole Butchin, Ethan Broder, and Noah Broder, because this is Carrie's too. Emily Leibowitz, Shelby Dubin, Jenny Kramer, Jake Heffler, thanks for being our trip leader and actually guiding us through the airport because we did not have any idea of what we were doing. Ryan Silvers, Amanda Saperstein, Mandy Poo, love you. Emmy Rodet, Haley Raddick, Alexa Pellenberg, Shayna Lubliner, Rachel Garner, Emily Brand, Hallie Portman, Nohar, Emily Kramer, Josh Greenspan, more formerly known as Green Bean. My present, Carrie, Morgan, Izzy, Rachel, Maya. For most of you, you don't know that the reason why we're friends is because she sat on me and then we introduced ourselves. Dan, Evan, Brandon Goodman, he was my first BBYO crush. I did Paradise for him and I was like, this kid's amazing. And yeah. Yazzie, Maya Sachs, Shayna Goldblatt, Claudia and Marissa. I know you've wanted your shout outs all night, so and tons more. I just lost it. Julia, Matt Hochberg, Emily Kesselman, Ben Cohen, Morgan Held, Haley Travisano, Jason Bangzer, Julie DeLonge, Robin Karashik, Sydney, Josh Appel, Julie Arnowitz, Shani. I just remember this as I was writing it. Zoe Cohen, Hannah Freed, Barry Lipper, and then my future to Jillian Stone and Allie Kramer. Yeah. Oh, and I'll read off some. Most of you probably won't know these, but we have Fa These are our home lives. We kept a rolling document over the years. We have Fa Mulan, Pony Boy, 8, 9, 10, and 11 on the way. So that was basically from a picture where I looked pregnant. So there was, it was like all of the presidents lined up and I just really looked pregnant. The Hand, which we stole and painted and wrote all of our names over. Triangle shirts, chapter banners make great pants when they rip, fing shing ding ding. Also, BBYO Adult Diaper Company. You can now sign up for BBYO Senior, $74 for all 4 years of senior citizenship. And yeah, there's a lot of others. Oh, Touch Me Like You Touch Nan. BYOC, Bring Your Own Clementine. The Aura of Be Goody. Nur and Sever. And Marcia, because she was our advisor one time during Good and Welfare, and we absolutely love her. Yeah, so that's it. BBYO has been great. Love you all. Yeah.
By the power vested in me by BBYO, I hereby grant you life membership in BBG.
Sorry this took so long, guys.
Oh, I take it to you.
I'm sorry.
Don't make me laugh. You can do it. Wait, it is weird, like going from whispering to speaking. Okay, so hi, I'm Robin Karashik. I'm from Richfield BBYO. Shout out to Sababa BBG number 2524 and Matson BBYO. So I don't really know what to say because BBYO in words is really impossible for me. So I want to start by saying thank you to my past, Rachel Gardner, Emily Brand, Hallie Portman, Jenny Kramer, Laura, Amit Capel. You have all inspired me to keep going in BBYO and not let one bad experience decide my future in BBYO. Okay, my present is a really long one. Can you hold this? Thank you. So my present goes to all of my amazing friends I've met along the way in BBYO, and I hope we all keep in contact even when we're in college. I'd like to especially talk about my best friend from O&R, Alex Goldman. Alex, I can't believe we have only been friends since fall of 2016 and we act like we've known each other forever. You've made my experience in BBYO better than I thought possible. I love you so much and I hope our friendship will never die. And I hope I don't miss any names, but if I do, I'm sorry. Julie DeLonge and Julia Arnowitz, you were my first two BBYO friends I made at my first and second meeting, and the friendship you have both built with me will stay with me forever. Sydney DiGiacomo, I don't know what to even say about our friendship because there's too much to say. So all I'll say is you're my best friend and we've never had a bad time together. Best Ababa roommate I could ever ask for, and I can't wait for the next 4 with you at QU. Love you. Ari Gross, Julia Levine, Haley Travisano, Hannah Freed, Jared Zippin, Josh Appel, Jarrett Chase, Eitan Gabai, Neslo, Jordan Bell, can't wait for our marriage and wedding at 30, and last Paradise Dance this Saturday. Ben Cohen, Izzy Began, Morgan Nadell, Maya Sachs, Guy Sarfati, Ethan Geller, Will Cummins, Michael Wasserman, Ryan Lewis, Alex Torch, Zoe Butchin, Carrie Broder, Morgan Held, Marley Dubin, Evan O'Keefe, Andrew Weinstein, Ethan Richard, Hudson Price, and Zoe Cohen. Whew, okay. My future is dedicated to people who have also made an impact on my BBYO experience, and I'm going to miss all of them so much next year. They are Rachel Zenz, Allie Kramer, Ellie Carter, Marley Bender, Lucy Landsberg, Jillian Stone, Sarah DeLonge, Jana Gummins, Carly Smith, Allie Cooper, Rachel Levine, Maddie Rosenberg, Lydia Klein, Kayla Weiss, Josh Pensky, Sam Abemeyer, love you, Coco, Alice Manning, and Dina Solomon. Also, thank you to Tyler, Josh, Jen, Alexa, and every advisor who has ever helped me along the way. You've helped me when I needed an actual adult to make a decision for me. You've pushed me to my limits, and I will never forget you all. I love you, BBYO, and all you have given me. I will keep these memories with me always.
Thank you. By the power vested in me by BBYO, I hereby grant you life membership in BBG.
Hi, I'm Marley Dubin, and I'm from Ridgefield BBYO. Thanks. I couldn't start this with anyone but my sister Shelby. She would constantly harass me about joining, telling me how lame high school would be if I didn't join. So I just wanted her to shut up and leave me alone, so I agreed to go to chapter kickoff. And I thought like that would get her off my back and I'd finally be done. Clearly, that's not how that went. I ended up joining that night. And I don't think I ever actually thanked her, but Shelby, you were right. Your annoyingness paid off this time. Then at my first meeting, I sat alone because I only knew my sister and she was leading the business meeting. And I was alone for like 2 seconds when someone came up to me and she's like, "You're Shelby's sister, right?" And I said yes. And then that girl became one of my best friends to this day. Emmy and I hung out after every meeting. We got dinner after every meeting. And my first convention was this convention 4 years ago, and it was Emmy's last. And seeing her as regional Nasia inspired me to create the path for the rest of my BBYO career. So Emmy, I'm so lucky to have you as a friend, and you continue to inspire me. You're the reason I've done everything I've done. All I can say is thank you. So there are a lot of other people that I'm so lucky to dedicate my past to. Emmy and Shelby, Steph Hausman, the best CLTC coordinator, Shelly Silver, Molly Schwartz, Haley Raddick, Emmy Roday, Shelly Goldstein, Emily Leibowitz, and Julia Barron. Thank you all for being such amazing people. I always looked up to you, and I still do. Abby, thanks for making business meetings so fun and yelling at me, or me yelling at you whenever you were on Facebook. Jenny K, thank you for all your hilarious moments. Nohar, I couldn't have asked for a better Nasia supporter, motivator, and friend. You're so amazing, and I hope I've made you proud. Shayna Lubliner, thank you for being my second big sister, always supporting and inspiring me and entertaining me with your improv skills. Jake Pappas, Corey Saxon, David Cohen, hi. David Weinstein, even though you unfollowed me on all platforms, I still love you. Thanks for being a decent co and sometimes my friend. I'm still following him, by the way. Sam Wasserman, thanks for supporting and encouraging me. Amelia Abemeyer and Mel Silman, thank you for helping me fall in love with programming. Alexa Pellenberg, my love, I don't know where to begin. Thank you for believing in me, helping me, and being my favorite person. I couldn't have joined a better dynasty of amazing regional Siganim than these three, and I'm honored to carry on the tradition as the 4th regional Siganite in a row to go to the University of Delaware. See you guys in the fall. My 4 years at BBYO have been nothing short of crazy, and I have to thank all the people who went through it with me. Carrie, Zoe Budget, Morgan Nadell, Morgan Held, Julie, Sydney, Robin, and Julia. You guys were the heart and soul of Sababa BBG. Rest in peace. And it's been great growing up with you all. Shani, Sarah, Yazzie, Brandon, Jason, and of course, Work Chop, 57's finest. I loved working and being friends with all of you. Ness, you've done amazing things this year, and I'm just lucky to know you and be your friend. Shayna, Zoe, Haley, Maya, Sax, Ari, Andrew, and Hannah, love you all so much. Thanks for making me smile. Maya Bell Barbieri, my best friend, soulmate, and fellow kiddo. I love you to the moon and back, and I don't know what I would do without you. Also, thanks to my parents for supporting me and paying for all the clothes I'm giving away this weekend. So at spring last year, I introduced myself to a girl who I just noticed I kept ending up in a bunch of groups with throughout the weekend. She was new, and it was her first convention, and she said she was so happy that I had gone up to talk to her because she didn't know anyone and wasn't having a great time. And we hung out for the rest of that weekend. We just really hit it off and became like best friends. And the week following convention, she told me how much it meant to her that I spent time with her and that she decided to stay in BBYO because I inspired her. And at the time, it never occurred to me that just hanging out with a girl I thought was really cool could mean so much. But then I realized that's exactly what Emmy did for me, and that's why I stayed in BBYO. So tomorrow, meeting you was one of the best moments in my BBYO career, and that's why I'm dedicating my future to you. I also dedicate my future to Kayla Weiss. You're doing great, sweetie. Keep it up. Sam Karate, Shana Karate, Alice Manning, Sarah DeLange, Maddie Rosenberg, Jillian Stone, and Ray Gutchin. You are all so amazing, and you'll do great things for whatever you dedicate yourselves to. Sam Klein, I'm so lucky to call you my bestie, and I can't wait to see all that you do. Brett Lubliner and Sam Abemeyer, you both have a lot to live up to, but I know you'll make us proud. Ali Grubman, one of the most amazing Siganim I've ever seen. Thank you for being a fabulous counterpart, birthday twin, and just great person all around. Come visit me next year. Paul Sandberg, you're a great Sagam and an even better prom date. keep doing great things. Vera, you should be here and you better be watching this. Thanks for being my pride and joy. And finally, Joshua Pinsky, I don't even know what to say to you. Thanks for being there for me, sending me the best Snapchats, and FaceTiming me to say, I don't even like you, and then hanging up multiple times. I know you'll do amazing things for CVR. I believe in you 110%. Please don't mess this up. And that's it.
By the power vested in me by BBYO, I hereby grant you life membership in DPG.
Okay. All right. So, I would like to start off on the behalf of me and Julia. The top 10 list of people who messed up our names. So number 10. This was from a while ago. We just found this. Okay. Number 10, Josh Cohen. Number 9, Hannah Freed. 8, Zoe Cohen. 7, Shanique Katz. 6, Josh Appel. 5, Robin Karashik. 4, Jillian Stone. 3, Haley Travisano. 2, Andrew Weinstein. And last but not least, Ben Cohen. Okay. Who's not here right now? Okay. All right. So, hi, I'm Julie, and I'm from Richfield, BBYO. Doing great. Okay. Okay. So I want to dedicate my pass to all the seniors when I was a freshman, especially Caroline Kramer, who always called my house and invited me to meetings. And I thought it was the cutest thing because I was like, wow, like a junior or senior is like calling my house. Like that's like pretty cool. And she was so sweet and welcoming to me and my sister. And yeah, so she's the reason I started BBYO. Sam Schiller, Emmy Herbstman, Amelia Abemeyer, Steph Wengel, Rachel Garner, Hallie Portman, Shelby Dubin, Julia Isaac, Jana Lubliner, Daryl Pazer, Amanda Saperstein, Skylar Morley, Ricky McGregor, Matt Colville, Matana Lon, Josh Isaac, Caleb Knapp. All these people just really inspired me to move forward in BYO and run for board, do steering, and be really active. And I owe my life to them. My present. So Julia, hi, I love you. And we met in like what, 8th grade, our first meeting, and I don't know, we just like really hit it off. I think we roomed together for our first convention and like every other one after that. Robin, I'm so happy you joined. I like didn't know who you were before like sophomore year, but I don't remember who recruited you, but like best thing they ever did. Marley, best thing you ever did, because you really just like gave our chapter so much more spirit, and you're rocking Mitt Mom and when you were Gisboree, and I'm just so proud of everything you've done. Who else do I got here? Yeah. Marley, Zoe, Carrie, Morgan, both Morgans, Ben, Matthew, hi, I love you. I'm so happy we got like really close, and you've just like always been there for me. Hi. And I'm really happy we got close. I feel like I can tell you anything, and yeah, congrats on Eastern. Ben Souls, happy birthday tomorrow. And Jess Cantor, if you're watching this, I love you. We went to camp together and for like 10 years, I don't even know. And we both did BBYO, and she's just love of my life. And yeah, I love you. Hope you're watching. And all the other seniors in the room. And my future. All right, I want to dedicate to a couple very special people. Sam Abemeyer, if you're watching, I love you. You've been doing such an amazing job, and I'm just so proud of everything you've done. You've been doing an amazing job as Mitt Dad this year, and and I just love you so much. And Ellie Carter, oh my God, hope you're watching too. You're my favorite human being. Like, oh my God, I like cry every time I like think about her. She's so amazing. She's like the future of our chapter, and she's our shlicha right now, and she's like just doing a great job, and love her so much. My sister Sarah, I wish she could come to spring convention, but she's got a lot of like push and stuff, and yeah, and track, and she's really dedicated. But I'm really glad she joined BBYO. She was a little hesitant because she wasn't sure like it was gonna be her thing, you know, because it was like kind of my thing, and you know she didn't know if she was gonna like it too. But again, she's been doing such a good job on board, and I'm really proud of everything she's done. Even if I'm not the nicest to you, I'm always proud of you, and I always love you. Jillian, oh my God, love Jillian. I don't think I need to say more, I love you. Carly Smith, Jana Gummins, Sam Solzinski, Allie Kramer, Marley Bender, Lucy Landsberg, Maxwell, did I miss someone on my list? No. Okay. Oh, and I just have some other, I want to talk about spring convention 2013. That was my first convention, and I was just like, honestly, that was like the reason I stayed in BBYO, because like it was a bunch of us 8th graders and a bunch of seniors and like some people in the middle, but like, I don't know, we were all kind of just like nervous, wasn't really sure what to expect. And when we all sat together, like the 8th graders, like at meals, like the seniors would just like come up to us and be like, hey, like, let me introduce you to this person, or hey, like, are you having fun? And like totally took all of us like under their wings. And like, I just thought that was really cool because, we were like 8th graders and we didn't think that like, seniors would want to have anything to do with us. And like, and at meetings, the seniors were just like, would always include us. And I thought that was really cool. And like, that's the reason why I stayed in that. And I wanted to pass down like, like I don't know, I'm blanking on the word, but like what they did to us, like pass it down to like the future. And, also, Kala 2014. If you know, you know. I love you, Andrew Weinstein. All right. I'm good.
I
don't know.
By the power vested in me by BBYO, I hereby grant you life membership in BBG.
Thanks.
We will now be hearing the lives of Samuel D. Aaron's BBG.
Oh, this is so weird for this to actually be happening right now. Hi, I'm Maya Barbieri, for those of you who don't know me. My mom was actually the person who forced me to join BBYO. She was in SDA when she was a teenager, and so when she told me about it, I kind of thought it was going to be lame because I was a freshman and whatever my mom liked, I thought obviously wasn't going to be good, but I was clearly proven wrong. And from the first SDA meeting I walked into where we were doing tie-dye in the JCC community room, I just automatically fell in love with SDA and fell in love with BBYO. And since then, I've had the most amazing 4 years. So I'd like to dedicate my past to so many people: Emmy Roday, Sarah O'Brien, Hannah Flaherty, Steph Hausman, and Aaron Cooper, the best CLCC coordinators, Alexa Pellenberg, Haley Raddick, Shayna Lubliner, Simon Schaefer, Dan Zakin, Sam Wasserman, and all the other upperclassmen from specifically my sophomore year. You were all such inspirations to me and really inspired me to become the leader that I was and pushed me to run for positions and put myself out there. And I can't imagine what BBYO would have been without each of you. For my present, most importantly, my SDA girls, Shayna, Maya, Maxine, Kayla, Julia, Itzler. You guys truly made SDA such a special place, and I'm so happy to have shared the past 4 years with you, because Thursdays at the JCC and at or Shalom, when the poor JCC burned down for a little while. I'm still so sad about that. I probably spend way too much time at the JCC than I should, but those moments would not have been the same without all you guys, and I love you all. I'm so happy to be able to call you my sisters. And to all the amazing regional friends I've made, you are all some of the greatest people: Zoe Butchin, Morgan Adele, Evan O'Keefe, Dan Wolfire, Brandon Goodman, Carrie Broder, Haley Trav, Marley Dubin. You are all some of the greatest friends that I have ever made, and I just can't say them enough times, but I love you all. And also shout outs to Andrew, Aaron, Sydney, Hannah, Josh, Aton, Danny Goldblum. Where are you? Hi. I went to preschool with some of the kids in Levitt, and I didn't get to reconnect with them until, yes, Aton, I see you. And I didn't get to reconnect with them until I joined BBYO, and it's just so great to meet these friends again. And let's see, who else? Shani, Yazzie, Claudia, Zoe, Julia, Matt, and there's probably so many more people I'm forgetting, everyone in this room. But you all have made the last 4 years so incredible, and I'm just so thankful to have had these memories with all of you. There are so many people that I want to dedicate my future to. Last year as SCA's MIT mom was such an amazing experience, and all the girls I was able to kind of bring into this organization. But I specifically want to shout out Aaliyah Dworkin and Sarah Milner. I could like cry talking about you guys. You guys have become like the sisters that I always wish I had, but I'm so happy to share SCA with you, because you both have such passion and such potential, and I know that you're both going to do such incredible things in the future, and I'm so excited for the journey that you guys have ahead of you, and I'm so excited to see you grow. I also want to shout out Gabby, Allie, Alana, Sam, Jenna, Rachel, Emma, Lizzie, the Sophies, and there's probably so many more people who I'm blanking on. I'm sorry, I still love you all. And seeing all the underclassmen's passion for BBYO just grow and flourish has made this whole experience worth it. And there's not another group of kids that I would feel so happy like passing down, I guess, CVR to you. You guys are all so amazing, and you're going to accomplish such great things. Also, shout out to John Schachter. I love you. Happy birthday. Before I leave, I just wanted to share one story that I have been waiting for this moment to share. So the summer before my junior year, I was in the CVR regional office helping to organize, helping to move things around. And it was just Tyler Pepe and I, and he picked up the Nicia files, like the briefcase, and this small metal cylinder fell out of it. So Tyler picks it up, and it was an e-cig, and he accidentally tried to smoke it. I'm pretty sure it was mango flavored. So with that being said, it's been a great 4 years. And I love you all, and thank you for the best experiences.
By the power vested in me by BBYO, I hereby grant you life membership in BBG.
All right. I feel like I'm gonna be the first to cry. I'm really not gonna lie. It's really not surprising. So my name's Shayna. So first I want to thank my parents for like everything they've done for me, especially I guess like my dad. I don't know, he's like really influenced me, and like my car's named after him. So shout out to Mitch G. So I'll just get right into it. So for my past, I want to thank Nohar, dedicate that to Nohar for like calling me and persistently calling me. Like, I don't know, I'm kind of an easy person to convince, but you gotta like you gotta convince me, and she definitely convinced me to come. Shayna Lubliner, like every time her name was said during BBYO, I thought it was important because like I thought it was me, but I like really wasn't important. I was just like really irrelevant, and it just wasn't me ever. Emmy Rodet, Talia Wesley, Leora Weitzman with her little hands, like that's like one of my biggest memories. That I should like bring those all around. Emily Simon being like one of the realest people I know, like I don't know, like her, Leora, Emmy, Joni Weintraub, thanks for being you. Like you're such an inspiration. Like they really got me to stay in BBYO. Juliette Friedman and Alexa Pellenberg. For my present, I want to dedicate that to Maya Sachs. Getting ready before events is always a good time. Maya Barbieri, doing ab workouts like every night and being my roommate and like doing ab workouts with me before bed or like right before the dance or something. The Juice Squad, it's like group chat, you know, Matt Schumer, shout out to Paul, best prom day ever, Alice Manning, Ray Gutchin. I kind of like just joined that whole group. It was the best decision I ever made in my entire life. And Ray, you are one of the most genuine people I've ever met, and I love you so much. And you're like texting me right now. Colette, Anna, Jake, Josh, Mickey, Kobu. This group is just amazing. It's like the best thing ever. Haley Trav, I've known you since camp. And then we came back together during BBYO, which was amazing. You're still not in the group chat, but it's okay. Zoe Butchin, Morgan Nadell, and then SDA board, we got Gabby, A. Steeks. Thanks for saving me when my house like went out of power and I had nowhere to go and it was like just really cold. Talia, Maddie, Ali Grumman, sorry for wiping out on your floor. Zoe Cohen, Cindy Giacomo, Hannah Freed, Dan Wolfeiler, Evan O'Keefe, Ryan Lurie, Hudson, Claudia, Beanie, thanks for being you. Thanks for letting me be me and be my weird self around you. And physics with Vinny is like the best experience ever. And like, we're just gonna find a way to get to his wedding. BBYO just like would never have been the same without you this year. And I just can't thank you enough. Nancy, Nancy, thanks for the trip to Krispy Kreme and for telling me that I need to get my tattoo removed right after I got it. Abby, you're the best. Even though you don't come too much, like I still love you and you're always the best. And don't forget to not speed in New York City. And that my last car accident was just a tap. Tyler, I'll never forget our Starbucks work sessions, the calls, the endless and unforgettable conversations. You're truly one of the people that has kept me in BBYO. Okay. Wow. Okay. And for Mitch, going to that meeting and saving the JCC and keeping it in New Haven. Okay. And for the future, I want to dedicate my future to Sarah Milner, Sandra Saffron. You will be my sister, my little sister forever, and I'll never forget you. And I'm going to fly you out to come visit me in college next year. Allie Cooper, Emma Kravitz, Lizzie Cohen, Jenna Zamkov, Rachel Levine, Ari Gad, Adam Ginsberg, and Sam Sachs. I'll never forget our drive and like that big snowstorm we had this year and around Orange, and to Duchess. Sam, your jerky is also like the best thing I've ever had in my entire life. And I'm not gonna lie, I spent $80 on it during international convention. Jacob Sober, you were just a little lost boy at an airport when I met you. Danny, you were just such a cutie and I'll love you forever. And yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
By the power vested in me by BBYO, I hereby grant you life membership in BBG.
Thanks.
We will now be hearing the lives of Ruach BBYO.
Oh, Ruach's coming?
Okay, so this is my first year in BBYO, which is really sad, but I am really thankful for the following few people in my past. Jake Hollander, Nohar Segal, Michaela Katz, Sam Wasserman, and Max Tracton. Even if they don't all really remember me, they all tried to really get me into BBYO, and they did have an impact on me. It did finally convince me to join this year. I'm really grateful for that, so thank you to those people. To my present, surprisingly, I do have a good list of people I would like to thank. So Maya, Kayla Zamkov, Shayna, Ryan Lurie, Evan O'Keefe, Dan Wolfeiler, Sarah Rosenfeld, Sydney, Haley, Ari. All of you people really welcomed me, my first convention, really my first event. So I was really grateful for you. And I like to keep in touch with you after BBYO. Yeah, that's pretty much it. For my future, I really would love for Ruach BBYO to continue to go strong. I'm really proud of the board that we have elected. So Sophie, Max, Ben, Gabby, the whole rest of the crew, I really want you to continue doing what you're doing. You've started off really well, and I'm just hoping that you can continue for a very long time. The rest of my friends, Kayla, Mark, Sammy, John Schachter, keep doing big things. Jenna Zamkov, all the other younger kids I met, I really appreciated you. You helped me even when you've been in longer. So, yes, thank you.
By the power vested in me by BBYO, I hereby grant you life membership in AZA. We will now be hearing the lives of the AZA Regional Board.
So I've been thinking a lot about my BBYO experience and what this organization means to me. So, being like every nerd ever, I spent hours on the internet searching for a quote to describe it. And here we go. What we do here is special. We change lives, give people something to care about, and shape the future of the world. End quote. From this is a quote from the 87th Grand Olaf Gadol, O's Fishman. I have so many good things to say about BBYO. I guess I should start with my name is Matthew David McGregor, and I am your 58th Regional Olive Ozer, and I was your 57th Regional Olive Rakaz. This shield is my baby. I love it so much. My chapter only had it once, but I still, it's magical. Majestic even. I guess I'll start with my first convention, CLA 2014. Those of you who were at Meet the Candidates panel, you may remember me saying that it all started on day 2, because it did. So we're gonna go to Saturday, CLA 2014, little 8th grade boy who borderline depression, very shy, didn't really know what to do with himself. I kind of signed up for BBYO as a last resort, and I didn't know what was about to happen. And so Saturday night at dinner before the dance, I was sitting with Adam Davidovich, tall, well, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, and Dion, and they were amazed about me making paper flowers and paper hearts, and so that was really my first like real old people introduction, and that was really good. And then what really got me going was during Good and Welfare that night, I actually spoke out, and Skylar Morley made the whole chapter give me a round of applause. And that was when I knew that I'm going to be here for a while. And I have made so many friends in BBYO, and I would not be the man I am without it. I have nothing but good things to say. The two people to the sides of me, over here we got Julie, and over here we got Zoe. Julie is one of my best friends in the whole world. I feel like I can tell her anything. We really met through BBYO, and things started going well. And yeah, and then Zoe over here. I feel like we missed opportunities to hang out, but every time we've hung out or like had any interaction, it's always been positive. And so, yeah, that was good. I really just, there's not anything bad I can say about BBYO because I've never really had too much of a bad experience here. So I guess I'm going to start reading off names. I'd like to dedicate my pass to Mika Stein, Skylar Morley, Jenny Kramer. You're my on the 57th board, and I love you. You're great. Wasn't sure where to put these two, so I put them in my past. Eric Hunker and Happy Hoffman, the best song leading duo ever. Hallie Portman for really getting me through sophomore year. Josh Binderman, CLTC wouldn't have been the same without you. Vanessa Tenor, You've helped me in numerous situations in my life, and CLTC also wouldn't have been the same without you. Matt Coville for being absolutely forgotten at his last spring convention with no mention whatsoever by anybody. I'm mentioning you now, so I hope it makes up for it. Maybe not, I don't know. Grace Silverman for really approaching me at IC and being the reason why I wanted to run for regional board in the first place. Aaron Cooper, because you're a god. David Cohen, you were the Gadol in 57, and you're a super soccer fan, and I don't know. There's so many good things I could say about you, but we don't got time for that, so let's move on. Max Tracton, I don't think I could describe brotherhood without talking about Max Tracton. He makes you feel like you're the most special person in the room, while simultaneously making you feel like everybody in the room is one. And so there's a lot of good things to say about Max Tracton, and he really helped me get comfortable in my role last year on regional board. Ron Hassan for helping me deal with some of the struggles I've had in BBYO, and some of the questions I have that I thought were unanswerable, but you answered. Thank you for that. And I guess last but certainly not least, because I know you're watching, my brother, Ricky McGregor, he was in BBYO before I was, and he got me to come to meetings, and I didn't like it at first, but when I joined, he was always supportive of whatever I wanted to go for, regardless of if he thought it was stupid or not. And a lot of the things I tried to go for, he thought were stupid, but he was supportive anyway. So really, and he's also one of the best BBYO staff people out there now. So yeah. So I guess we're moving on to the present. I would like to dedicate my present to Bianca Sofair for being one of my best friends ever. Hopefully you'll see this video at some point. Hopefully Argentina stays safe. Julie DeLange right there. Ness Lowe for being Gadol this year. Really just helped me out with all my speeches because literally don't know what to do for those. Marley Dubin, I had a very great time getting to know you on the 57th board, and it's a privilege to call you my friend. Noah Hahn, I feel like at IC this year we really connected and really just like we had a friendship going. Ben Cohen, I'm dedicating my present to you, even though you don't appear to be here, which I'm a little salty about. You need to get your priorities straight. Sarah Rosenfeld, just for so many reasons. One of my better friends on the regional boards the past 2 years. Also, shout out for being the only one to stay in the same position twice, along with myself. Ben Solzinski for being quiet, but when you speak, it's magical. Zoe Butchin, you're right over there. Already talked about you. Anna Greenwald, Mason Quintero, or the new gag. He and I roomed together at ILTC this year, and he was so friendly to me, and we talked about a bunch of different stuff, and he's just an all-around great person. Andrew Weinstein, because we roomed together at IC in Dallas, and we got the suite, and I think we can thank Tyler for that because he hooked us up with that. I'm not sure, maybe. I'm pretty sure. I remember that's what it was said. I don't know. Also, Andrew Weinstein for being my roommate at a couple of regional conventions for some reason, because chapters didn't have enough membership. I don't know. I don't question things. I just enjoy. Josh Appel for being the first person to receive the shield after its birth. As well as for just being a super guy and a great friend. Matt Schumer, let's leave it at that. And Ryan Lurie for being the greatest. I would also like to take this moment before I go into my future just to thank Josh Cohen for doing a lot in the 57th year for me. My uncle had passed away, and he really made me feel good and let me take the time I need to get through it. And then as well as Tyler for being really good and here for me during the 58th year, as well as Jen for being here during the 58th year. I would also like to take this time to remember Michael Pilch. Rip Michael Pilch. I was in the temple choir with your dad. And the best advisor, Tyler Pepe, I guess. So I'd like to dedicate my future to Tamar Friedman. We hung out at IC. We had hung out a little bit at conventions before, but at IC, I felt like we really got close. And I would say you're one of my better friends at this point, and hopefully that doesn't go away. Nora Aldajem, you're from Bulgaria, but even with the time zone difference, we still find a way to talk to each other all the time. And I couldn't have gotten through Kala without you. And seeing you at IC was great. Yarden Zinger, I guess the same thing, except you live in California. Sam and Ethan Essenfeld for dealing with me for 3 weeks at ILTC, as well as being super funny when we really shouldn't be funny, but it's okay for some reason because only you make it work. Zach Kate. I've just been given the time signal, by the way. But I have 2 more names, so I'm going to read them. Sam Abmeyer for being the ultimate bae. Sam Sozinski, we're hot dog cart buddies. And I guess that is it for me.
All right. By the power vested in me by BBYO, I hereby grant you life membership in AZA. That way.
That way? I don't know.
Everybody. Oh, wrong one. That went well.
Okay. Oh, wait, let me put up the wick. This might help. It's okay. I'm gonna put the candle down. Hi everyone, I'm Eitan Gavai. I'm from Leviticus AZA, chapter 2387, and I have had the honor this year of serving as your 58th regional Olive Shliach. So this regional life of mine is going to be a little bit shorter than my full comprehensive life, which basically means that Jen is going to have to give me a time signal
because I don't know, I just talk long. So I'm gonna start like where my regional kind of journey in BBYO started, which was at my first fall convention. And like the first thing that like I thought when I walked in was like, this is crazy. And it made me know that BBYO was a place where I wanted to be. And so, yeah, after that, my freshman year, the summer of my freshman year, Claudia Tanner convinced me to go to CLTC in Spanish class, and I absolutely loved it. I met so many people from different places and regions and kind of got to see what BBYO was outside of CVR. So in 10th grade, I took on my first regional leadership position, which was actually urged to by my past girlfriend at the time to apply for a regional chair position. And so I applied. So I had the honor of serving as regional stand-up chair, where I helped with 6 weeks of service. It was really cool. I got to like have responsibility in the region. Yeah. And so it was really cool. I got like texts congratulating me from chapter board members, which I like thought I was like famous or something. I don't know. And then I went to my first IC, which is absolutely incredible. I met so many people, had a great time, and like there's events like that where I've just kind of like fallen in love with BBYO over and over again. And so okay. And then I steered my first convention, which was spring convention of 2016, which was still FaceTiming me, Marissa. Yeah, and it was just a great experience to see how a convention ran inside out. And so with that, I want to kind of go into my past and who I dedicated to. So Josh Frazier, Andrew Young, Zach Alter, Jonathan Pollock, I Lost the Game, Jordan Rastigar, Jed Bergman, Ryan Moraes, Zach Ate, Jake Sadinsky, Liam Fagan, Zach Radin, Aaron Cooper, and David Cohen. And then that summer of my sophomore year, I went to International Kala, where I really fell in love with my Judaism, and I met the Ian Candell. Midway through the year, I was elected, midway through my junior year, I was elected as chapter shliach, and really gave me a great opportunity to get some responsibility. I'm getting blown up with texts right now, just by different people. It's great. Thanks for the love, guys. Yeah, I went to IC. I saw all my friends and realized like I wanted to take on a larger leadership position, and so I ran for regional shliach. And like when I got elected, it was probably one of the most rewarding feelings in my life, just knowing that my peers trusted me to really like drive an entire region, which was really fun, and it was just an awesome experience. Then I went to ILTC, which was also great, and mostly because of the people. Yeah, and just like the power of your actions there. And so then this year is where I really start my presence in BBYO with RLTI. It was just great being there for 3 days before, spending my birthday at the Bradley International Airport. Yeah, and I got ready for the year to come. So here's where I dedicate my present. It's a lot of people. Josh Appel, Sarah Rosenfeld. Wait, I'm going to pause to say a few things about these two lovely people sitting next to me. So Josh, you've been one of my really like best friends since I'd say like kindergarten. I remember I met you for real because we were in the same preschool class together, like in your classroom. I think we were talking about Legos or something. And from then on, like we've just been in middle school and elementary school and then high school together. And then we've like went to everything together in BBYO almost. And you just kind of been there for everything, which is really awesome. Sarah, you are my co-co, and like she explained it very nicely, I think, back in like December. We're kind of like yin and yang, and so she's really helped me like show like my strengths and in my position. It's been really great. I'm gonna miss you next year in Shucktown. So where am I? Oh shit. Oh, all these names. Oh God. All right.
Aaron Poteshnik, Andrew Weinstein, Claudia Tanner, Hudson Price, Shani Katz, Ari Gross, Neslo, Josh Greenberg, Zoe Cohen, Julia Levine, Julia Arnowitz, Abby Berry, Zach Cohen, Sam Shane, Sydney Giacomo, Ryan, Larry Samter, Matt McGregor, Jared Berkeley, Robin Karashik, Ron Hassan, staff, David Klein, David Giver, Ian Kendall, Morgan Winberg, Tyler Pepe, Josh Cohen, Nolan Hausler, Rabbi Emhai, Rabbi Ira, Elisa Edelman. And then another thing that I did this year is Maya Barbieri. We're going to school next year together, so that's cool. One thing I did this year, which was cool, had the opportunity to serve as one of the Shabbat and Rituals Administrative Assistants for IC 2018, which was really stressful actually, but very rewarding and it taught me a lot of things like balancing school and college apps and being shliach. It was very rewarding. I got to be on stage for Havdalah and Shabbat Friday night dinner. Now I'm here and it's super hard to process that this is really my last convention. Now I kind of want to go on to like what BBYO has really given me. It's really helped me come out of my shell. I've gained so much confidence. If you saw me at, I guess, great examples like Spring Convention 2015, I found a picture of myself and I'm just awkwardly standing in the background of it, just being myself. I still do it today, but a little bit less. I've learned really great public speaking skills, so I can talk to you guys forever and ever. If you're still listening, give me a thumbs up. All right, yeah, I think that's pretty good. So Mom and Abba, that's Dad in Hebrew, thank you so much for every convention, every steering meeting, let me go, every summer program. You guys have been my guidance to this crazy ride, and I can't thank you enough. Hi, Marissa. Hi, Danny. Now on to the future. I'm going to UConn next year, so maybe if Tyler still likes me, you'll see me here again, future members. So on to people who I dedicate my future to. Kayla Weiss, Zach Kate, Oren Gabai, Aiden Jacoby, Alice Manning, Abby Alpert, Jacob Hurst, Sam Diamond, Ethan Goldie, Emma Herman, Liam McLean, Sam Abemeyer, Liam Feltman, Allie Cooper, Sophie Kozak, Evie Wolpo, Logan and Josh Tur, Jake Weisblatt, and Jared Lender. Good luck to you all, and I hope that my experience in BBYO has acted as a model for your success in this organization. And thank you to everyone who has made this experience absolutely incredible, and I wish you the best in all your experiences in life.
By the power vested in me by BBYO, I hereby grant you life membership in AZA. Woo! We will now be hearing the live of the BBG Regional Board.
Oh, I'm back.
Okay. So I started BBYO in a very strange way. Nobody called me, nobody texted me, my parents didn't tell me to go. I don't think I was even on Josh Cohen's radar, but I heard from a friend at lunch that they were going to this thing that was for Jewish people that they got invited to by a neighbor. And I said, oh, that sounds cool, I want to go. But it was past the deadline, so they sent me this email, which happened to be Josh Cohen's email. I don't know if you remember any of this. Of course. And I emailed him saying, I would like to go to kickoff fall 2014. And I ended up going to that kickoff. And actually, thank you, Josh. And actually knowing people, the neighbor girl was actually someone who I went to preschool with and did gymnastics with. You might know her. Her name is Miriam Molly Schwartz. And so at that dance, everyone in the chapter was so welcoming. They got my number, and that is the reason I joined and I started coming back. And so with that, I will start my life.
So I dedicate my past to Melanie Beth Silman, Miriam Molly Schwartz, or Molly Miriam Schwartz, depends who you ask, Emmy Muskin Roday, Zach Alter. Melanie, you are the reason I kept coming back. You were so welcoming, so kind. You drove me to steering meetings. You gave me all the bells and whistles and inner knowledge that I needed to know. And you were the most gracious senior to the most annoying freshman. And I could not be more grateful to you. Molly, you're the reason I had fun at that kickoff and the reason I came back after that kickoff. It's funny because when I showed up at the bus, you said, "Oh my God, I know you." And I looked at you with a blank face because I did not recognize you at all. It had been like 5 years since we've seen each other. But then we became best friends again. Emmy, I am sitting here today because of you. You ignited my flame and passion for leadership. I would not have even thought of running for regional shikha 2 years ago if it weren't for you, if I wasn't your coordinator, and if it wasn't for all the guidance and help that you gave me. Zach Alter, God, so many things I could say about you. You drove me to so many steering meetings when, again, I was just this annoying, creepy little freshman. And really, you just showed me that hierarchy is, excuse my French, bullshit, and anybody can be friends with anyone. To my Honey Badger squad, Alexa, Alyssa, Haley, Emmy again. To my original advisors, Ben Wexler, Gad Claire, thank you for showing me all this organization has to offer, the leadership, the love, the sisterhood, and the family. Simon Schaefer, Max Tracton, Jordan Emmerich, Sam Wasserman, Jake Pappas, Ryan Silvers, Haley Dresner, Jess Silman, Emily Kramer, all the people who helped me to get to where I am today and to be successful. Jordan Emmerich, Haley Dresner, Jess Silman, you were my first convention room. I was supposed to be rooming with Molly Schwartz, and I showed up and I was with you three, who were all juniors, and I had no idea who any of you were. And you were just so kind and welcoming to, again, the annoying little freshman that I was. And you were the reason that convention was so incredible for me, and I wanted to keep coming back to conventions. The 57th Regional Board, my first sense of how much this organization could give to me, specifically Abby, Jenny, Jake, the Davids. We had our ups and downs, mostly you guys secretly hating me, but not so secretly because I knew. But you were helpful, and we got things done. Josh Cohen, we didn't always see eye to eye, but you taught me what it means to be a responsible leader, and for that, I thank you. To the Exodus, AZA boys, you know who you are, TBO, Max Tracton, Simon Schaefer, Ryan Lurie. You are always the first to help me when I need it, to pick up the cedarim, to put away the chairs. It's so helpful, it's so incredible, and it's great to see your brotherhood in action. I dedicate my present to the Woodbridge JCC and Danbury Crown Plaza. It is good to be home. To the 58th Regional Board, my current fam. Yazzie, thank you for always being the extra set of hands I so desperately need. Maya, there are no words for how awesome you are. Julia, just so much love. Claudia and Evie, you love Tikva more than anything, and I only wish I had sisterhood that strong. John, Brett, Brandon, Pork Chops, we're just going to leave it at that. Ness, we became friends because of elections last year. I don't even know if you're in the room right now. But Ness, we became friends because we were going through the election process together, and now we are closer than ever. I text you all my life problems, and I'm so grateful to have you in my life. Shani, my heart, my home, my rock, what would I have done without you these past 2 years? I'll assign A to B 2017. Noga Hurwitz, you are more than just my international co. You are one of the most grounded and happy friends that I've ever had. I know that I can always go to you with problems, with whether it's my life problems or problems with advocating for Israel or Judaism or, BBYO problems, which is what you're technically there for. But I value our friendship so much. Jules, Allie, Caroline, it was incredible spending the summers, this past summer, and IC with you. Rebecca, we did Bulgaria and APAC together, and it was pretty lit. Shwendy, we ran what I would say the best IC lead today. We had Ali Raisman. It was pretty cool. So I dedicate my present to you, Shwendy. Ron Hasson, I only cried on you maybe 3 times at Kala, so thank you for being there for that and helping me get through that rough time. Happy and Eric, God, I don't even know what to say. You have made our convention so incredible. You have been the most amazing people to work with, and I've had the pleasure of working with you on so many conventions. and I hope we get to work together in the future, and that, as we talked about at APAC, we will see each other again. The NER boards, Mason, Josh, and Aaron, Julia, Emily, Lauren, and Samara, and there are more of you. I just don't know you and I'm not friends with you. Tolly, Jake, Pinsky, Kobu, Zach, Kayla, Alexis, and Matt, my favorite Panthers eating dogs eating donuts. Abby, from camp to BBYO, we have seen each other through so much. And if you let it, BBYO will only continue to grow your leadership and communication skills, take on whatever comes your way, because you don't want to walk away from this organization with any regrets. Alice, the best IC roomie I could have asked for. Paul, it has maybe been said 3 or 4 times, but best prom date. And Schumer, you are the funniest person I know, and yet you are always there when I need it, just like about 20 minutes ago out there on the couches. I dedicate my future to Ruach BBYO, and I guess Westport too. They're there. Leah Jackson, Alex Letterman, Ruby Eisler, Misha Goldstein, Julia Stillman, Dara Sadinsky, Shayna Leibowitz, Sophie Tolchinsky, Simon Flaherty, Adam Ginsberg, Shira Mann. Anybody else I missed, come up and yell at me during convention, because I am thinking of you. I just didn't write your name down. I dedicate my future to Nadab BBG and advisor Maddie, Chazak AZA, which will come back with advisors Eli and Evan, Emma Herman. It was incredible to work with you during IC. It was an honor, and good luck with everything next year. You really will do an incredible job. To Morgan Wittenberg, you are my girl boss. Keep inspiring young women like you inspired me. I think that's it. Oh, what I want to say is I've been going through some really shitty times at school and really just bad stuff, but it's so incredible to be here with all of you and listen to your lives and have you listen to my life and be able to just share all of the love and camaraderie and sisterhood and brotherhood that we have for each other. And so with that, I am done.
By the power vested in me by BBYO, I hereby grant you life membership in BBG.
So I want to start by thanking my parents for the support both financially and morally throughout my BBYO career. So hi, I'm Maya Sachs. Oh, sorry. Oh. Leave it. Should we be We're waiting. Hold it. No. Okay. So my BBYO journey began in 8th grade, where Nohar constantly emailed and texted me and called me like every single day, and I would like obviously want to come to events and meetings and stuff, but my brother was like, absolutely not. Like BBYO is my thing. You're not coming. This is no way. And he like refused to let me join and begged my parents like for anything. He was like, there's literally 0% chance. So some way or another, I convinced my parents to let me join and like go to my first event. And there immediately I found myself a home at SDA. The sense of like sisterhood and community was radiating throughout the room at every single event, every meeting, every text. You could just see the passion that everyone had for how amazing our organization and our chapter is itself. So over the next few years, I decided to engage in the leadership aspect of the organization and explored different board positions, and it allowed me the opportunity to meet some of my best friends in the entire world and have the best memories that I could ever imagine. I've learned an immeasurable amount about life and myself that has helped me become the person I am today. And never in my wildest dreams could I have imagined how incredibly rewarding and fulfilling BBYO could be. And my appreciation for BBYO is boundless. So I want to dedicate my past to Nohar, Abby, Corey, Ben, Emmy Roday, Juliet Freeman, Jenny Kramer, Emily Kramer, Sam Wasserman, Simon Schaefer, Julia Barron, Kelly Guerra, and Steph Hausman. Each of you pushed me and inspired me to do things that I could have never imagined, and I wouldn't be who I am without you. Thank you, guys. I want to dedicate my present to Sydney, Maya, Kayla, shout out to you, KVZ, Sheena, Maxine, Yazzie, Julia, all three Julias, Hannah, Haley, Matt Siegel, Claudia, Robin, Ness, Sarah, Brandon, Andrew, Dan, Carrie, Zoe Butchin, Zoe Cohen, and my 58th regional board. And thank you guys for all being my best friends, my role models. I cannot believe our time has come to an end, but I'm so excited to see what other endeavors and amazing things you do outside of BBYO. So I want to dedicate my future to my brother and sister, Sam and Allie, Allie Grumman, Maddie Rosenberg, Mia Sandberg, Talia Weintraub, Gabby Nussbaum, Allie Steigletter, Lydia Klein, Alana Carlson, Rachel Levine, Jillian Stone, Jenna Zamkov, Kayla Weiss, Paul Sandberg, Allie Cooper, John Schachter, both Sophie, Sarah Milner, Emma, and Lizzie. And also shout out to Nancy and Abby. Thank you so much for your tireless work. I promise it doesn't go unnoticed. You truly make our chapter what it is today. And to the girls of SDA, the drive and passion that each of you have is honestly remarkable, and I cannot wait to see the amazing things that you guys accomplish. Thank you.
By the power vested in me by BBYO, I hereby grant you membership. I hereby grant you life membership in BBG.
Okay.
This way.
This way. Take your candle.
This is so weird.
It's gonna be good, everybody.
Stop.
I'm up here. I'm going back. You definitely made a mistake.
Okay. Hi, I'm Claudia Tanner, and I'm from Tickwood BBG. So, woo. Hi, Ryan Maurice. Flip Aaron's hat inside out. Okay. So I'm just gonna start about how I got involved in BBYO. So I was a CIT at the JCC camp. Josh Appel, can you stop? I cannot do this. Okay. I was a CIT at the JCC camp. Can you just get away? Get away. Get away. We're done. Okay. And I was a CIT with Sam Schechter, who was going into junior year at the time. And she asked me if I was going to join BBYO. And I honestly had no clue what it is, but because I thought she was like a cool upperclassman, I was like, yeah, of course. Like I had no clue what I was what it was. I knew nothing about it. I hate you. So I get a text about the first meeting, and every year they do like color war or something like that. And there were two teams, the white team and the pink team, and all my friends were on the pink team. And the day before, they asked me to join the white team, and I showed up in pink. And I thought all of the upperclassmen were going to hate me and that it was just going to be a bad experience, but no one noticed, so thank God for that. But yeah, so I really enjoyed my first meeting, and I started attending like all chapter and regional events since. I went in with a lot of friends from my old school, but a lot of them like slowly dropped it or like moved away or something. So it was kind of just me left, and I made some great friends who I'll talk about later. So I want to dedicate my past to Steph Hausman, Alex Bergman, Shannon Lubliner, Maddie Johnson, Sam Schechter, Talia Wesley, and Hannah Katz, and I guess Andrew Young. These are the cool upperclassmen when I joined, and they were always role models to me, people I looked up to. Well, besides Andrew Young. Also, Maddie Cohen. She was one of the only active seniors in
in TICFA last year, and always someone I looked up to. She's so nice. Also, shout out to Ryan Maurice. I know you're watching. Nohar, love ya. So great seeing you last week. You're probably not watching, but whatever. David Weinstein or Stein, you confuse me every day with that. I met him at ILTC, and when I met him, we just like instantly became friends. We FaceTime like every day, and I do not know what I would do without him. You're also probably not watching, but if you are, I miss you so much. I can't wait to see you really soon. Love you. Then present, Marissa. Marissa has stood by me through everything in high school. We met, Hudson, I see you. We met as CITs at the JCC in 8th grade, and we just like instantly became friends. Whether it's BBYO related or not, like you're always there for me. Marissa goes above and beyond in BBYO. Can you be quiet? She goes above and beyond in BBYO, and she puts in countless hours to make sure that all 105 members in TICFA are happy. And with her as Nasia for the past 2 years, TICFA has definitely been a powerhouse in CVR, and it couldn't have been done without her. Also, shout out to Kelvin and Marissa's entire family. I love you guys so much. You guys rock. Cheryl, yeah. Thank you guys for helping me with everything and all my speeches in BBYO as well. And Calvin, I still love you. Also, a shout out to the other seniors, Sydney Lesser, Aaron Potashnik, Tonga Bay, Josh Chappelle, Danny Goldblum, Sam Tur, and his fish, Yazzie Goodman, Calvin Young, Maya Sachs, Sarah Rosenfeld, Brandon Goodman, Zoe Butchins, Shayna Goldblatt, Julia Ornaments, Maya Barbieri, Shanique Katz, my bad, and Drew Young and Hudson Price. Yeah, I got you. Oh, and Josh Greenberg, you too. Also, just shout out to 58 for some fun times. Summer programs. I went on CLTC 4 2015 and Perlman 2016. And those are like the best times of my life. So I'm going to shout out to some people that might be watching. Sophie Gollum, we met because I choked on an animal cracker she gave me. Allie Goldring and Jamie Rados, QC for life. Chloe Dimon, Drew Hoffman, Noli Woolley, Cole Sunshine, Zach Cohen, Brett Steinberg, next four, Julia Keisler, and the best roomies I could ask for, Jules Paul, Tyler Rosenbluth, Toby Lazier, and Rebecca Michelle. I also want to shout out my CLTC coordinators, Leah Kay and Meredith Galanti. They're big role models throughout BBYO. So I think I really found my love for BBYO when I was chapter Mint Mom last year. So I remember everyone was going around the room, like saying things that they accomplished during the business meeting. In TICFA, we didn't really have much to say. So I stood up on a chair and I told everyone that when we hit 100 members, we'd all get tattoos. And being at 48 members at the time, didn't think it was possible. So we were just like we were always joking around. But then we ended up hitting it at the end of the year. And I cannot thank TICFA enough for all the hard work they in doing so. Shout out to the maybe 78th, but definitely not 78th TICFA board, consisting of Marissa Young, Maddie Cohen, Rachel Plosky, Sydney Lesser, Evie Wolfo, and Charlotte Freund, alongside all the general members that helped contribute to TICFA's successes last year. Speaking of that board, it's probably the most iconic board I've ever met, the most hardworking group of people, and I had the best time working with all of you guys. Also, shout out to Levitt. I think it's really cool that TICFA and Levitt have such a close connection. I think it's something that that not all chapters have, so I'm lucky to have that. So the last 2 weeks I was on March of the Living, and it was the best experience of my life. Most amazing 14 days ever, the most transformative trip, something I'll never forget. So quickly shout out to room 851, Yazzle Dazzle, Rebecca Saraboff, and Sophie Gallant. Here's to many more bangers to the song The Middle. Also bus 1, the funniest bus around. I just could not stop laughing. And Anna Fleischer's Rabbi Puppet, who scared me in the middle of the night. Okay, future. Okay, so Rachel Polotsky, Evie Wolfo, and Charlotte Freund, I love you guys so much. You guys, I love how invested in BBYO you guys are, and you guys are just amazing people. Rachel, B'nai B'rith Girls Polotsky, her middle name is B'nai, so I call her B'nai B'rith Girls, you know. I honestly do not know what I'm going to do without you next year. I will not be able to survive not seeing you every day in school. Little do you guys know, Rachel has helped me with Spanish. So she's in my Spanish class and helps me with all my work because I just don't understand Spanish. Also, Evie, you're so funny and you're so passionate about community service, which is incredible, keeping you. And Charlotte, you make me laugh 24/7. Love you so much. Olivia, Bernie, Posty, that's all I gotta say. Zoe, Jaffe Berkowitz, and Sarah Gatz, you guys crack me up. From the second you guys walked into your first meeting, I knew you guys were gonna do big things in BBYO, and so far you already have. Shira Cohen, your passion for BBYO is like no other, and I'm so excited that you're going on Perlman this summer because I know you're gonna have an amazing time. I can't wait to hear all about it. I also want to shout out Molly Herkis, Jaden Lesser, Cindy Greenberg, Carly Fine, Haley Trell, Ashley Shapiro, Emma Goldberg, Cindy Even, Michaela Roth, J Dog Young, Calvin Young, Brett Lubliner, John Schachter, Zach Katay, Jacob Hers, Andrew Young, and Sam Diamond. Dedicate my future to you. Yeah, you, Andrew Young. And lastly, I'd like to thank my parents for everything. I didn't really want to join BBYO at first, but my mom really encouraged me to do so, and I'm very thankful for that. And yeah.
By the power vested in me by BBYO, I hereby grant you life membership in BBG.
Oh, thank you.
All right, let's bounce.
Ew, my ear. Hi, Mom.
I know. Can I put this on the table? Okay, great. So if you're still in the room, thanks for sitting through this entire thing. It's been long and I'm the last one, so we're almost done. BBYO probably started for me the same way as it did for you, with my parents forcing me to come to a chapter meeting. Except mine kind of a little bit differently because Marley's sister, Shelby Dubin, sent my mom basically an essay of trying to convince her to bring me to our chapter kickoff before 8th grade started. And I was so resistant and I was extremely against it, as we all were. And Marley and I kept going back and forth with that classic conversation of, I'll only go if you go, and if you're not going, then I'm not going. And somehow we both ended up at our chapter kickoff at the very beginning of 8th grade. So the answer is yes, the two of us have been doing it since the second we could have been doing it. Yeah. And okay. The 4 things that I remember from that night specifically are walking down a driveway to seeing 2 of my sister's camp counselors from that last summer, Nicole Meyer and Daryl Pazer. And then just a few minutes later, I saw another familiar camp face, Carrie Broder. Yeah. So the night continued to Havdalah, and we ended the ceremony with a song that Nicole learned at camp. And I was starting to feel more comfortable around all of these strangers. I literally had no idea who anybody was. And the only other thing I can tell you about that night is that a bunch of Aqua boys were trying to force me to participate in a program, and I completely refused, and I did not want to. So it was from there that my entire BBYO career started. From the second I was eligible to start, I went home, I signed up that night. Also, my parents were going to force me to go to every single thing. Because if you know me, you know that I cannot do any kind of sports at all whatsoever. Yeah. Yeah, no, okay, we're here now. I attended a few meetings throughout the year, and although I was asked many times to attend a regional event, I really didn't want to because, again, Marley and I would not go to an event without the other person. So it wasn't until our spring convention of 8th grade that we both decided, okay, let's go. And we both went together because we would not go anywhere without the other one. We were too scared. And usually we say that spring convention might not be the first convention experience you want to have because it's filled with elections and meet the candidates. And I can confidently say that that's just not true. I had the most amazing time at my first convention, and it was at that moment that everything clicked and I knew that I was supposed to be in Sababa. Emmy Herbstman, whose name has been said at one other point tonight, if you don't recognize her name, she was CVR's 54th regional Nicaea, and the reason that I am still a part of BBYO. For someone to be as welcoming towards me as she will impact me for, honestly, the rest of my life. And that Saturday morning at services, I'll always remember this. All of the seniors were being called up to the stage by chapter with someone they believed would have an impact on BBYO in the near future. And Emmy Herbstman asked me to come on the stage with her. At that time, I had no idea why she was wearing a fanny pack that had the word Nicaea on it. To me, she was only a senior in Sababa with a crazy confident personality. She gave me a piece of paper with a list of things I should strive to do before my BBYO journey ends. And I can tell you that I've been able to check off 2 of the 3 things on that list. She wanted me to attend a summer program because she was never able to, and I went on ILTC this last summer. And she also wanted me to steer a convention. I don't remember what the 3rd thing was, which is why I can't tell you if I've done it or not. But I'm sure I can figure out a way to say that I did. I will honestly never forget that weekend, even though I had no idea what people were talking about or what was going on. I will never forget my first convention. A few of the things that kind of stood out to me that weekend besides services was I found out that Addie Susnick had mentioned me in her life, saying that she saw a lot of me in herself. And even though I had absolutely no idea what a life ceremony was, the fact that somebody mentioned my name and said that they saw some of their personality in me meant a lot. During the 8th and 9th grade programs, the first person I talked to that wasn't in Sababa was Yazzie Goodman, and I will always remember her being that person, even though she isn't here. She was the first person I ever talked to not in Sababa. And the last thing was that I didn't really understand why Emmy Herbstman and Amelia Abmeyer were at the front of the room, but I always thought that it was the coolest thing. I was like, I don't know why you're up there, but I want to do that too. So for my past, obviously the first person is Emmy Herbstman. Thank you for being the reason I came back to BBYO, for being an older sister, and for inspiring me to be where I am today. I hope Michigan was everything you could have asked for. You deserve it. And when I messaged her, telling her that I was giving life tonight, she said that she's graduating college this weekend, and I freaked out because that's crazy. Amelia Abmeyer, when I started my term this year, all I could think of was the fact that this is what Amelia Abmeyer was when I was in 8th grade. This is so cool. I couldn't be more happy that I took after you. Thank you for making me laugh as many times as you did in such a short period of time. I'll always clearly remember walking into a meeting not long after I joined. I was super early and I walked in during the end of a board meeting. I was so uncomfortable, but you were sitting on the floor and I'm like laughing as hard as you could. And I immediately felt comfortable without any of my friends. Addie Susnick, thank you for being one of the nicest people that I have met to this day. You were always so down to earth, and I will never forget just a few years ago when you staffed RLTI. I could not have been more excited to see you again. Amanda Saperstein, enough said. Enough said. She's amazing, and she just walked in and surprised us, and I basically started crying. And I love her, and I can't believe she just showed up. Daryl Pazer, Nicole Meyer, and Sam Schiller, thank you guys for being so welcoming and always keeping everyone included in whatever we were doing. Shelby Dubin, you told my mom about BBYO. I can't thank you enough for bringing this organization into my life. Julia Isaac, I'm pretty sure that having the first name is what helped us talk for the first time, but sophomore year really was when we became close, and you were always so fun to be around. Skylar Morley, You probably don't know who I am, but when I understood what you were in BBYO, I thought you were the coolest person, and I loved listening to you at the alumni panel early this year. Ricky McGregor, Jake Heffler, Matthew Colville, Matana Lawn, Josh Isaac, and Caleb Knapp. You guys are the first people I think of when someone starts talking about ACLA, and I honestly can't tell you whether or not that's a good thing. Melanie Stillman, I always thought you were the coolest person. I always looked up to you and thought it would be so fun to be your friend. But again, young socially awkward Julia would have never let that happen. I finally got to have a real conversation with you at CLA this year, and you exceeded my expectations of who you appeared to be many years ago. You know exactly what to say to me in every situation, whether it was programming or my mid-states. Thank you for just being able to understand. Talia Wesley and Batsheva, thanks for being not just welcoming in BBYO, but also at my school, even though I always looked like I was about to punch a wall. Alex Frenzel and Katya, you guys always found a way to make me smile, and although it took me a while to actually show it, your friendship meant a lot in both BBYO and school. So for my present, Shanae, you were my first regional friend because I can clear as day remember walking up to you and accidentally thinking that you were the person that was in the room next to me, and we had opened in the connecting rooms, and it was a complete mistake, but you're one of my best friends, and we both got to watch each other grow, and I could not be more thankful to have gone through this entire year with you, entire 3 years with you. Claudia, I don't think I've spent more time with one person in such a short amount of time. Is she in the room? No? Okay. That's fine. RIP. Oh well. Neslo, who was literally waiting for me to mention him. You're crazy. You call me every night just to rant to me for 20 minutes and then say goodbye. I have to go talk to someone else. Yeah. I love you nonetheless. You're literally one of my favorite people in the world. I know I can talk to you about anything, and you literally will not judge a word that comes out of my mouth. Julie, again, like my best friend, been with her through absolutely everything. I can literally say anything to her, ever. And she will just accept it for the way that it is because she knows that she can't change my mind about anything. Robin, again, literally one of my best friends that I could have asked for. I take her to all my concerts. I literally could not ask for anyone as wild and confident and crazy to be my friend. I try. Zoe, Carrie, Morgan, and Marley, you guys have literally helped make Sababa what it is, and I love you all and all of your crazy, quirky jokes that we all have. Ben Cohen isn't here, but I'm saying his name anyways because he's Ben Cohen. Haley Travisano, I literally love you, and just as much as you love yourself, which is a lot. Yeah. And you're insane, and I love how outgoing you are, and I could not have asked for anybody else to be as outgoing as you are because I love it, and you have helped me make me a more confident person. Cindy Giacomo, you're crazy, and she's not in the room either. Okay, well, I love her. Ari Gross, Julia Levine, you guys are insane, and I love you both. Josh Pell, Andrew Weinstein, enough said. Jordan Bellin, Ethan Richards, Zoe Cohen, Gaia, Shayna Goldlab, Maya Sachs, Maya Barbieri, Ray, Mara, Sydney, and Marissa. Matthew Schumer, the other Julia, whose last name I still can't really pronounce. Hudson has his hands in the air, so I'm going to say his name. And the other people that aren't in CVR that are not here. Amanda, Marnie, Julia, Barry Miller, Ari, Sydney Rotenberg, Evie Dickman, Jake Gabby, Ahava, Emma Herman, Alexa, Jesse, Sarah, Will, Shmuley, Mason, Will, Maddie, Jordan, Alex, Danielle, Lev, Sabrina, Jen, Blair, and everyone else that was at ILTC 2017. Thank you guys for the most amazing experience I could have asked for. And my future. Evie Walpo, who's the most energetic and amazing person I've literally ever met. She's so funny. If you haven't had a conversation with her before, 10 out of 10 would recommend. She's hilarious. Brett and Johnny John. Jillian Stonestam, Albmeyer, Erin, Ellie, Maxwell, Carly, Marley, Lucy, and Jana, and Allie. I can't wait to see what you guys do with the chapter next year. Zach Tay, Jacob Hers, Allie Grubman, Lizzie Cohen, Rachel Levine, Allie Cooper, Sophie Kozak, Zoe Jaff Berkowitz. I love you endlessly, and you're going to do amazing things. Rachel Plotsky, the Herman twins, Nate, if you don't get more involved, I'm going to come back to the Jewish high school, and that's saying a lot. Alice Manning, you are one of my favorite people, and I love you. And last but certainly not least, Paul Sandberg, aka literally the best co in the world. I could not have asked for a better partner this year. He did so much and he worked so hard, and I'm really proud of what he did this year, what we did this year together, and I'm gonna miss him a lot. And he became one of my best friends, and I love you. And I think that's it. I don't know, BBYO changed my life. I'll end it with that. Yeah.
By the power vested in me by BBYO, I hereby grant you life membership in BBG.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you for tuning into the 2018 CVR Life ceremony. Here's to the class of 2018.